All right, we're unmuted. I really wish we could get that to unmute.
Auto
automatically.
We can. It's open source. We can add it.
It'd be sweet.
Hello,
everyone.
anyone know any developers?
Yeah.
Where do we? All right. Well, we're just gonna have Tully's name floating in there.
Tully.
Yeah. Rip Tully. You know.
Honestly.
Wait, what happened to Tully? Fuck.
Well, she's not.
Yeah,
she's
the
not with us.
wheelchair took her as
Oh, no.
a-
She's gone.
Welcome everyone. We're gonna play some Mihraen tonight in our 11th session of the Mihraen campaign. Last time, I'm gonna do as much as I can with going through what happened last session because it was a while ago. But really, where we started is that you all had figured out that Canilla was behind the theft of Alzo de Forcan's items. After staking out her house, Jag snuck in, snatched the clock, left a note, and ran back to the sheriff. Got the sheriff. It was great. It was a close call, but you did an excellent job sneaking in there and distracting them just enough to escape. Got the sheriff, went back, and things turned aggressive very quick upon your return. Canilla started an explosive at the beginning of your fight, and over the course actually at the beginning of your fight also began to levitate, raised up in the air out of her wheelchair. Through the course of your fight, she fired several projectiles at you and used the dog's cock and gear to attack both the group. But you were able to overcome her, narrowly avoiding the bomb that exploded in the basement, and she was not quite able to get herself along with Tully into the blast. After being knocked unconscious, De Geer came down and stabilized her. And you guys took a number of items off her person. You took her 2 weapons, as well as 3 interesting items off of her person that you believe gave her some ability. You also came into finding a piece of what looks to be a sword fragment, and took all of that away. Let me see here if there's anything from last time that
What was her other weapon besides the railgun thing?
Taser. That I don't think hit you guys.
No, it did not.
Its name is very inaccurate taser actually.
Yeah. Stormtrooper as the Stormtrooper.
Tase her. It only
It's
works
the
on
Stormtrooper model. Yeah.
Yeah.
It works if you identify as a female.
That is what Tully didn't get hit.
Well then, she's got lucky.
I don't have cards made up for the taser or the railgun that yeah, we can call it a railgun. That's fine. It's really more of a
In some ways,
something more like a hand crossbow.
But it's a railgun.
But it's a railgun.
I mean, mine's closer to a railgun than that. Then.
So the railgun is effectively a hand crossbow that deals 1d8 damage. And then there's a dagger that can flip out of the back side of it, so you're able to effectively use it as a dagger or hand crossbow while wielding it.
That's sick.
The taser, I have stats for, but Jag, you have it?
For now, at least.
Yeah, so the taser does 2d10 lightning.
Damn.
With a range increment of 20 feet and 60 feet.
That's real good.
And it's once per long rest.
Did she try to fire that more than once?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she did.
But she didn't long rest.
Well, she used all the charges. Now it's down to the 1 charge that restores her 3 long rest. She had an overcharge.
Was it 2d10 lightning damage?
2d10
2d10.
lightning. Damn. Pretty baller. 2060.
How much bonus?
There's a
Single target?
single target. There's a chance that the engineer of your group might be able to find a way to add energy to it during the day to get more uses out of it.
I like how he's added energy to his wrist square.
Wrist square. Dude, that thing has so much energy in it right now, you don't even know.
Engine nerd.
It's all potential energy.
Oh, do you have music playing?
Oh, I don't.
Engine. I'm gonna put that in my Twitter bio.
Please don't.
Software engine nerd.
Heck yeah, dude. Yoink. That was great. Love that.
You should be good. Engine nerd.
How many people are watching us right now?
One
of
of
the
them
guys
is
I work
you.
with.
Can't tell.
A PlayStation bio that
So,
said I'm
no, I
quite a
don't need
nerdy
this
guy.
thing.
That he hadn't changed since he was in high school. And I found
Am
out
I
was
able to
like,
see the number of viewers?
Be
from
like
this?
that.
Bro, like you gotta.
I have no idea, but I can check online.
Hey, streamer boys.
2.
Am I able to see the number?
Top right, click the people.
Yeah,
But then
click.
you won't be able to see the chat.
They're hanging out.
I have 2.
Okay.
Is it Skyrim music?
Yeah. It's the city gates. But don't
I'm
tell
I'm
Twitch's
so good.
banning
I'm so
algorithm.
good. I'm so good at this.
You are very good at it.
I'm not very good at, well, I'm not very good at a ton of identifying things when it comes to anything
when it comes to
musical.
magic items, but
When it comes to, well, definitely not that. When it comes to musical. But when it comes to soundtracks, man,
I
have that on point.
I recognize every WoW song that's played.
well, every WoW song that's played that you've recognized.
Got me
Oh.
there.
Oh.
There.
Wow.
Which is all of them, but
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
To be fair, though, I have been told on good authority that I only play games that have good soundtracks. Because whenever I recommend a game, everybody's like, oh, this is such a great soundtrack.
Like Inscription.
does it even have a soundtrack?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's great. Play it.
I feel like
Does that even
was,
have a
I feel
soundtrack?
like that was deliberately made to be rude.
I don't remember if it had a soundtrack.
I don't think it
Oh
was,
my
but it was
God.
really funny.
You know, all the good music must be after the part I'm at.
That's my favorite thing.
It
My favorite.
actually might be.
My favorite. But my favorite argument for anything is if you get past the terrible stuff, it's good after that.
Yeah.
It's the good. You're at the good.
The
part.
credits,
That's
though,
the-
are impeccable.
Credits are great.
Because
You
by
should
the
do
end of that game, you are excited to see credits.
Yeah.
You're done.
It's like
Forever.
I swear, if there's an act 4.
Uninstall.
I swear.
All right.
Once you get past the literal torture,
Wait,
yeah,
do we
it's
have
great.
the ring and the coin? Do we know what those do?
Not yet. We don't know what the feather do yet either.
Not as of this moment.
Sleep on it. Good one, Mike.
Yeah, Ike.
Oh, sorry, that was Ike. Oh, it's both of them.
So, early in the morning, you guys have not slept yet. One of you, I believe,
Oh, yeah.
is suffering from a first level of exhaustion. If you would like to
Me.
continue today, you will all suffer from a first level of exhaustion. Or you can go to bed until tomorrow.
It was not me.
Marathon.
I don't remember who it was, though.
I will sleep.
We kept Glessig alive.
Mm-hmm. Glessig is still alive.
Only the
I don't think anyone actually died
and
that
the
fight.
dog. The dogs.
The dog.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
I tried.
Glessig-
I put fireball in small room on the fight, and I was like, I might actually kill all of you.
You could have.
It's fine. Like that's what I'm here for. I want to know that it could happen.
Listen, if we were so stupid that she would put something in the corner of the room and we were all like, herder, let's go all stand together and check it out, I mean, that's on us. If our party
Well, originally it was in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Tossed it over there.
Yeah.
I tried to technology.
But nonetheless, I stand by my claim of if we all stand with something at the epicenter that was clearly thrown with malice.
Tick, 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 tick,
Yep.
tick, tick. This is fine.
I think I'd probably be like, guys, we can just stay up.
There's a few key skill checks to notice it, that if they would have gone the other way, it would have just been there and no one would have known.
I don't know if I'm imagining it, but I think I'm getting a numbing sensation right now. But I could be imagining it.
I didn't really get one.
You're just drunk.
Yep, that's it.
Could be. Could be.
Just I am. Well, you know, it's that quart of eggnog I chugged before you guys got here.
Yeah, calm down.
was catching up.
All right. I think we go sleep. Sleep.
Yeah,
Do you
no,
want to go to sleep?
go to sleep.
Yeah, but I'm gonna hold this feather, like, wherever my current bed is. I'm gonna lay down and hold this feather, like, just kind of awestruck. Because that's
Sure. So we'll say you all go to your individual, houses. You'll let Reese know. He'll go home and sleep.
in that time too, I'll be like, I'm so sorry, Livy.
Oh no, we went back. We
We gloated.
We gloated
Yeah.
before, then we went and tagged her. Then we came back, arrested her, and then we came back, and then when we stopped back to tell Reese,
Yeah.
we can go. I'm so sorry, Livy.
What? What happened? And when well, they wouldn't necessarily. So they don't bring Canilla in with you. She would be taken to the doctor.
Yeah,
To make
that's
sure
what
that
I
she's all right.
assumed.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to say what I said. Reese,
What
let's
happened?
go.
What happened?
Come on, Reese.
And Luvi just continues shouting after you as you walk out.
Alright, that's all.
I went home and I was there
I'm
for
tired.
that.
I'm tired. I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
So before you go to bed, anything?
Do a quick check on the
This is the morning, correct?
Yeah.
This is the morning after you've been up all day, all night.
Yeah.
Can I can have my the engineer of the town, whose name I 100% remember.
Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan. Jordan 2. It was weird that she was
Jordan
named-
Senior.
Yeah, she was named Jordan 2.
No, Jordan Senior.
Jordan Senior? Jordan, like third level Jordan?
No hyphenated.
No, Jordan Senior. Jordan Senior, as it were.
No,
I can have her look at these devices, see if she can make
I'm pretty sure
It's
it's
definitely
a
a
guy.
guy.
Jordan
I'm
Senior.
pretty sure you've been trying to make it a
Pretty
she.
sure it's a she.
I'm pretty sure you've been trying to make it a she. ever
I'm
since.
fairly confident. I'm gonna look up some text after this, but we will.
So the senior is Jordan's.
I have next to each name of the NPCs I
Type
type
a thing.
gender, race, age.
Wise.
She.
Smart.
So his name is Common
Jordan.
Derelict.
Yep.
Common
I can
dash
have-
derelict.
You guys can give
K-A-M-M-E-N.
me the devices we found. I can have Common take a look at it while we sleep, see if she can figure out how to improve them at all. Give me a way to get there.
I'll give him the taser.
The railgun.
So do you want to give him the taser and the railgun?
Does the railgun seem like it has any engineering components to it? Or
I
is
mean,
it
it's pretty technical.
okay. Then yeah.
Because it's not the standard like crossbow look. It's way more compact. But you can't, to your eyes, you can't tell if it's electronic or gear operated.
Gotcha. Yeah. Then send it over.
That
the
can
moment-
turn into a dagger.
It has just a dagger that flips out the back.
I trust Common, right?
He has. I think you're actually staying with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite literally taken
So no,
away.
you hate.
Okay.
You,
So
are
you've
in
been
that.
living with him for 6 months as someone who came in with the clothes on your back,
Right. Every night I just
and your
spouting
socks,
nonsense.
And your socks just keep going missing.
exactly.
You can't.
So I knew I wasn't crazy.
No, that's only when you
Drains the
wash them.
battery every night.
Jordan hasn't done laundry this whole time.
True.
Or at least you never told me you did laundry. I
That's
assumed
a
you
good
had.
point. Yeah.
I've also never
Yeah.
gone to the bathroom or showered.
Yeah, no. You're
I'm disgusting.
suffering from a lot of
Yeah.
infection. Your
But
constitution should actually be a 20. It's just kept going down over the course of this
all
time.
you had to do was shower.
Constitution kept going down. Your constipation kept going down.
It's way up there.
So in the end, his con has stayed the same.
Exactly.
Oh God.
I will. Yeah, I will give Common going. They're. It's complicated. Can you please figure out how these work?
Yeah, where'd you get this?
It's from the police.
You stole this from the police?
No, they gave it to us. We found it.
Alright.
They,
Which is kind
they
of
gave
true.
it to you. Okay, I'll take a look. I'm not gonna get arrested and put in jail for this, am I?
I'm here. I'm with you. after the crazy guy said, "Hey, give me these new super weapons," I'm thinking this back. After the crazy said he was going to take the new super weapons
Crazy
home with him
slipped
alone,
around, yeah.
I decided I would go with him.
Sure. Yep.
Everything will be absolutely fine. This is all part of the extension of the Day 410 investigation we've been doing, and it would be a great help if you could just look into how these work, and maybe we might even, if you can see a way to improve on the gadgetry.
Yeah,
By all
sure.
means.
I'll take a look.
Thanks, Common.
I'll wear the ring. I will hold the coin, and I will go to sleep.
Okay.
I'll whack him with a half baguette and leave.
Do you take a look at any of the items that you have?
Oh, 100%.
Did you hear that?
If I hadn't already, I did.
Crazy.
What's the matter with you?
What's been
So the the coin, like I said, has well, actually, we talked quite a bit about the
Long
the
face.
sort of elongated, almost gaunt, but
elf.
very elegant looking face on the front of the coin.
Might be
The-
an Ethel.
The monkey's the ring with the monkey's head on it is sort of like a silver material with this why it's actually the face looks like it's screaming, just sort of this angry looking monkey's face on that's sort of sculpted out of this ring, so the whole thing is sort of a 3D.
I'm just gonna kind of look at them. Common. I don't think we've really
Unicorn.
talked about this since I got here.
What?
I'm gonna go sleep in a second. I just gotta think. Do you believe in magic?
Unicorn? Oh God damn it!
In
No, as soon as I heard you, I got it.
magic.
Like things that
So
things
so
that
just
just
a
kind
coin.
of happen or impart abilities on the.
I
It's just
mean-
an idea.
I've seen people that can, make a little. They snap their finger and a spark appears, and
I'm a uni dread.
some people can sort of wave and it looks like some couple raindrops come out, but it's some people can see in the dark too. I don't know what it. Some people can just do different stuff.
This girl, she was flying at one point. It's not important.
Flying?
Yeah, there was this when this sword. And
It's like a machine.
I don't think so.
I've heard people talk about making machines that can fly, but I haven't seen anything that looks realistic.
Yeah, it's probably nothing.
It was his brother.
Yeah, exactly what I'm thinking over here.
Excuse me.
He's heard of people making machines that can fly. It's his brother.
Yeah, it's Jordan's brother.
The right brother.
The right brother.
Son of-
We're just on the same
Incredible.
Gosh.
Oh, that was great.
I I love that we had the same brain cell for that
Just
moment.
like-
I love that you guys like were so in sync with it, and Jordan and I were just like,
What?
are you talking about?"
Like, Herder's not in the chat. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry to ruin your.
No, it's good. I'm about to go to. I'm going to sleep. I'm just gonna dream. It's just there's this dumb game that I used to play. It feels a lot like this sometimes, and there's magic in it, and like there was just some weird stuff that just happened. Like,
Yeah, you should get some sleep.
yeah, no, for sure. If I start floating, just wake me up. I
You want me
guess.
to just tie you down like a
Okay.
balloon or something?
Yeah, let's go with that. If I start floating, just tie a rope around my ankle.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. You go get some rest. I'll get the lead weights ready.
Thank you. And as I go, I'm just gonna be like, you know what?
Pay him to tie him down.
If these are, I just like thinking to myself that sometimes magic stuff just starts working after a little while. Maybe it'll work when I wake up. I'll just go sleep. I'm gonna wear the ring. I will hold the medallion.
Do you do anything with the sword fragment before bed?
Probably tie it to the ground so it doesn't like stab me while I'm asleep.
Okay. So
Is
it's not.
it still
It's not.
floating?
It's not. It doesn't look like a whole
Right.
sword. It's
Is it
just. It's a
floating?
part. As you hold it, it's not. But if you set it on the ground, it raises.
Okay.
When you take a look at the sword fragment, what originally looked like just a fragment of metal from a sword, when you look closer, you actually notice sort of like in a similar way to like how Damascus steel is layers and layers of steel sort of folded in, and when you look at it you see this ripple pattern.
Yeah.
And where that is really obvious because they're kind of big. When you look at this, you actually notice, and you would have probably noticed it earlier because it's not super subtle, but you at first glance it doesn't quite register, but it's actually made of 3 bands of colored metal woven together throughout this blade. There's blue, white, and black metals that are all woven very tightly, sort of as these thin strands that form this blade fragment.
So black, white, and what?
Blue.
Nightfall.
It's morning.
No, never mind.
Well done.
Yeah.
It's the one time that out of canon joke works in
Right.
canon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well done.
Does the sword say warmer or colder? No? Okay.
The blue.
But it's like it's not like they're layered on top of each other. It's like they're integrated into.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But where it's broken clean. Like
How-
it's not like wires fraying out or anything.
And
like
is
that.
it it's like so if there's the tip of the sword hilt and then like the blade,
The blade.
it's part of the
It's
blade.
part of the blade.
Okay. Sick. And how long is it? 8 inches? 10 inches?
I think
Average?
it's about 10 inches. Average. Average, so about 12 inches.
Okay, yeah.
I was holding.
Good, that's what I, yeah.
I was holding on, but I was like, man, you're just gonna ask him, man, that wide.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even include the tip. I mean, like,
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
That's
you
a
guys thought
participant.
that include? Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh.
I mean, how big is the sword shaft?
It's it's about 10 inches,
Okay.
and then about 3 inches wide.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll run someone through.
Yep, 100%. Got it. Never mind. Okay.
Go to bed.
I take the sword. I'll leave it. It's not floating at like head height while I'm laying down, right?
No, just
Okay.
Put it under your
8
pillow.
inches, 10 inches off the ground.
I will throw it under my pillow. I'll sleep with my head on the blade.
Because then, no, it'll incline it'll be perfect.
Just a little bit.
You
of
get a nice little
resistance.
incline.
huge.
Probably don't have enough pillows. Yeah.
I agree. And then I will sleep. So the sword will be under my head. I have the coin, like I'm holding the coin, and I have the ring on.
Okay. And then Jag, you're sleeping with the feather.
Yep.
I'm sleeping alone.
Do you want to? Do you hold the taser as you sleep?
I don't have the taser. It's with the engineering.
it's
guy.
Oh, that's right.
The common's got the
You don't
ring
have
on
you
it,
don't have
the
any
taser.
fancy items.
No.
You can go get your like mid curing leathers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I checked on them before I went to bed.
Yeah, you can cuddle those.
Make
Just like
sure-
covered in the
make
chemicals
sure
and
it's
everything.
still-
And like the D, like the like
D.
decomposing
The
flesh.
D.
The D.
It's,
No, he has the D.
I do have the D.
No, he has the sword.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, that's for offense, not defense.
I mean, the fence is outside.
It's
I
for
don't
the
know why I bring it.
fence.
Yeah.
I don't know why I bring that out inside. The fence is on outside.
So yeah, is our leather being respected?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
It's gross right now.
You're not mentioned.
All right. So, you'll sleep.
Cannon.
For the sake of convenience, unless anyone would particularly like to get up for a few hours in the evening, we'll just have you sleep until the next morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm down with the coop.
Cool.
Time for that.
You've had a long few days. And you might get up a couple times and get something to eat, get something to drink, but overall, taking it easy. When you wake up, or rather, as you sleep, Jag, you feel a. Actually, no. When you wake up, you get a sense of lightness from the feather. And I mentioned it, I forget who all was here for it. I have to get these reprinted because the font on the paper doesn't quite stand out, but you can sort of read it. I also shorthanded these because I was furiously trying to get these printed out. Yeah, I
Is there a hole in it?
know. Because you gave me an X-Acto knife.
Oh.
Why?
You got rid of some?
Yeah. Why is there?
Was there a description?
Maybe you unlock more powers and
Ba-na-na-na.
you can say.
Yeah.
So, what it'll say is, so currently you can use the thing that is first listed there. So it should say A colon, which means as an action, you can cast Featherfall once per long rest. If you would like to, you can use its second ability by becoming attached to the item. When you do that, you can use Levitate once per long rest
As well.
as well.
Featherfall's an action, not a reaction.
Sorry, it would be reaction. It would be reaction. That's my bad.
Splat! I used an action to
Six more
fall.
If you're falling somewhere in 6 seconds, is it really gonna hurt?
That's a long fall.
Exactly. Yeah, you're not gonna feel much.
Yeah,
of
but
it.
not for Jag.
Yeah. That's true.
So, yeah. If you would like to, you can become attached to the item to access the second part of it.
Do I think there's any downside of becoming attached to it?
So you can feel something of a calling from the item. You feel like by giving yourself over to it just a little bit, it will be more helpful to you. You feel like in doing so, you suspect that there might be something of a commitment to it in doing that, but you don't get a sense that you're signing your soul away or anything. But you would just need to be a little bit more emotionally attached to the item.
Does it seem like it's like polyamorous, or does it seem like if I got attached to more than one item, it might be mad at me?
You think there might be some polyamory allowed here?
Up to 3 partners.
I grab it. I look at my calf.
Ugh.
So you don't necessarily need to embed it or anything like physically attaching it.
Oh, I don't have to physically.
No, just so you feel. I believe that one is marked with
like a gold tattoo.
So at the top, it's marked wisdom. So you can. So what's going to happen is every time you use it, you'll make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
If you fail it, you will become attached to the item.
I see.
Or you can use the ability and become attached to the item. So the DC for the saving throws to become attached is 5. It's very unlikely that you will just
unwillingly
accidentally become attached, but you might. There's a chance.
You say become attached. Are we talking like mentally or physically?
Mentally.
Okay.
Mentally. Sorry, attached is going to be a capital A attached
This
keyword.
is not attuned.
What?
This is not attuned.
This is not attuned. You will be. You feel. And sorry, this is one of those things where I have a lot of other details for it and didn't think to myself how to explain at this point.
It's better.
Like Gollum with the ring attached.
Less.
Or
less.
In that same sphere.
So let me.
It's not sentient.
In that same sphere.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Let me see here.
I mean, it's my lucky shoe.
Yeah, big time.
My lucky socks that I wear for every game.
So right now there's no extra sort of like desire towards it. It's a cool item, and so in that way you really like it. You're not just like, it's not junk. You're not looking to throw it away, right? But that's kind of about it. If you want, so what I've written out here is that when you become attached to the item, your feeling towards it is that this item is really special. You've formed a bond, almost like nostalgia to it. You feel better when it's around, you feel safer, you feel more at home, and you will effort to keep this item in your possession.
It's a teddy bear or a blankie.
Yeah.
Big time.
Or
No, it's a teddy bear, it's a blankie.
or a binky.
No, it's teddy bear, it's a blankie.
One man's blanket is another man's binky.
No
Blankie?
No.
What is it even called now?
Pacifier.
Yeah, but
But it's binky.
yeah. What do they call them in German? In my parents call those. That's what bother me.
Anyway, so that is available to you if you would like. You can do that. You don't have to do that now. You can do that whenever.
I bet it into my eyeball.
Hey,
With
Joe!
my
Oh
eyeball,
God!
I set it on the
Why?
scale, and I gain 3 health.
Worth.
Love that. Big time. And then you have a box.
Alright, Lionel Coin Bank.
That's all.
I guess you should have failed the DC to the ring.
Over the course of the day, I'm just gonna be like, attune.
So, when you get up, Common will look over and be like, "You didn't float away."
Yeah, no. Thank you for checking on me. pull the pillow up. Does the sword still float?
Yeah, as you pull the pillow up. You weirdly enough, you didn't actually. Once you put your head on it, you didn't really feel it push up.
That's a shame. No leverage for your magic.
No maglev pillow.
Common. This is what I was talking about.
He looks at the sword that's sort of just hovering. What how's that work?
Yeah, I think, and again, I assumed magnets, but I'm not sure how those work, especially here.
I mean, yeah, he kind of walks over and real quick sets up a little something where he drops a piece of metal and it like floats for a second and then sort of like tumbles off. He's like, I mean, I kind of see what you're saying, but like I'm not sure how it's so consistent.
Yeah, there's like 3 metal as well.
Walks over and he takes a look and he gets an idea of what you're saying.
Yes.
I don't really recognize any of these. Well, the white's too light to be regular steel. Black's too dark for it.
Blue. What is it like? Lapis lazuli blue? Is it like a cobalt blue? Is it like royal navy?
It's more of a sky blue. And they're all still metallic.
Yeah.
So at a glance, it still just kind of looks like metal blade.
So this is, you remember like the magic thing? This is kind of what I was talking about. It's just, it feels weird, like not normal. And again, that means like a lot of different things for me. But like this is normal, nowhere, as far as I can tell.
You didn't have this in Ohio?
No. In this ring, it can like move, and I'm gonna try to move something.
Do we have quantum locking in Ohio?
It was working yesterday. I thought so.
The ring moves.
Stuff. And the coin does something. I'm gonna show him the coin. Like, does this face mean anything to you?
He looks at it.
Mom.
I don't. I might have seen something similar to this. These kind of eerie faces just all out of proportion. I've seen some, every so often you get traders coming through here with some weird artifacts, weird stuff they found. They try to pawn it off like it's something special. And every so often you see carvings or pictures drawn from ruins that they've explored. And there's been a couple here and there that have this kind of proportion to them.
You guys don't have any like pyramids, do you? Like big stacks of rocks. They're like, how in the world did they do that?
Not.
Like temples,
No, I mean
anything? Like ancient temples, ruins.
There's some people say they found ruins. I don't know if there's any pyramids, none that I can recall.
Okay.
I mean, there's people that say they find ruins and old cities out in the wilderness, out in the hills. Don't much know. I always, what use of old things really? As far as I can tell, whenever we come up with something useful, it's new.
Yeah, no, that yeah, I get that. Did you get a chance to figure out how the other stuff worked?
Oh yeah, this here
It's a
taser. Yeah, taser.
It's trademarked.
By the Wright brothers.
Yeah.
Who marked it for trade?
Okay. So no. Okay. I understand where you got that. Something different. We'll talk. Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah, but I figured this out. So it doesn't shoot super far. Seems like once you try to fire it too far, it just sort of any further than 20 feet, it doesn't really seem to stay true. At least not when I'm using it. And it uses quite a bit of power. But maybe if you have a way of adding energy into it, you might be able to get it to recharge itself. Other than that, from what I can see, some of these mechanisms and gears, it looks like it'll recharge itself about once a day.
Yeah.
But mechanically, what that means for you is that you can spend 3 energy to recharge it. But anyone else can just use it once per day.
Love that. And the crossbow dagger.
Oh, this is a lot more simple. I mean, this is just some gears and mechanisms. It's just basically like a little hand crossbow, and you just sort of aimed in. Has a little more force behind it. You just have to sort of crank it back here. Then you got the little dagger. The little dagger sticks out the back. Press that button there. I guess that's kind of cool. You can stab when they're up close, and then you can turn it and fire. But then you don't want to like stab yourself when you turn it and fire.
That makes sense.
But yeah, kind of handy little. Did you make these or?
No.
I mean, this one looks like it sort of shows the crossbows. Like this looks like something you could have come up with, but the
taser.
The taser, I don't know.
We found a possessed girl in the basement of the clockmaker's house. And she was working on these things.
A possessed girl.
She was floating. You know the
Possessed by what?
probably this coin.
Illusions of grandeur.
Oh, and you're just bringing it over here.
I thought it might help. Yeah.
Help who?
Me, but again.
Do you want to be possessed?
Maybe. I don't know. We haven't figured out what that means here yet.
Is that joining the possessed club?
Right. No, she think she was trying the Canilla. You know her, the girl.
Canilla, yeah.
Yeah. I think she was trying to get her legs back, or something similar, and she.
Canilla made these.
Yes. Maybe. Well, I guess that's maybe a bit of a leap. She had them.
All right. I've seen some of the handiwork she does on the clock, and this that explains all the gears being used through a lot of these, and
Right.
the mechanics of it's pretty elegant, and really the design of the whole thing's. Well, you could learn something from the design. Actually, you might want to study it a little bit.
I look down at like the duct taped bracers on my arm.
Yeah, and these are like pretty nicely put together. Clearly, some care taken with them.
Well, I think this is Jag and oh my gosh,
Drent?
and
Reese?
Prince. I think they'll be able to use these pretty well. Yeah, definitely gonna try to clone at least one of these. We'll figure out which one later. But yeah, if you hear anything else about like magic in like the next couple weeks, let me know.
What we'll do? Do you want this sword fragment back, or do you want me? I can take a look and see if I can figure out what kind of metals these are.
Oh, yeah, why don't you spend... I'll swing back before we head out. Why don't you take a look and see if you can figure out what they are.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I'll take a look. You have fun looking for your
Magic.
floating girls and moving stuff.
I'm going to keep trying. Again, sometimes
that coin
it just
that
like...
flips. I bet if you flip that coin, sometimes it lands on heads, sometimes it lands on tails.
I haven't actually tried it yet. I'm going to flip the coin multiple times. Is it random?
Yeah, it's random.
Oh, God, dang it. Yeah, no, think you're right. It's an interesting property of this coin.
Sensitive
Uh
part.
huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me show you any other coin.
Yeah.
You drive a point. I should probably go see.
No, the sword does that.
I should go.
Not this one.
I should go see if the sheriff is looking for us. I think we have some places to get back to.
Yeah, you've been asleep for a little while. Looks like you had a rough couple days.
Has word gotten out to the town at all?
Yeah, people took notice of the explosion that happened at the Bancors.
Yeah, no, that was Canilla.
That's a
as
little drop
well.
light.
It doesn't matter.
I didn't hear the rest of it.
We'll get to the bottom of it. I'll let you know before we stop, though.
All right, you and I'll take a look at this sword, see what I can figure out.
Sounds good.
I meet up with my now usual habit.
Trusty sidekick.
My now usual habit of I grab my baguette and pick up Jordan.
Let's go. I'm so here for that.
Someone got banana bread the first day.
If
Someone did. It wasn't me.
Me and Reese did,
$500,
actually.
you better believe my baguette every morning. I'm gonna get it.
You could definitely afford a baguette every morning right now. I'll tell you
No,
that.
I
It's
mean-
like winning Powerball in Mihraen, you know? Suddenly,
French
made
baker.
man with his fresh baguette.
Absolutely. What's Drent doing?
Probably waking up, checking out my skins.
Checking on my skin, still there, still intact,
Still
looking supple.
Noted.
making armor with
When
them.
we meet up, because I would have forgot to mention this yesterday.
Yeah.
So I think your skins are done.
That
Hey!
on the
I
dining.
know-
Remember,
I
it's
might be
different
wrong if we go
hands.
back and look at a bunch of odds, but I think they're done.
I don't remember.
Good
been a
point.
We
Yeah.
lost that.
Yep, that's a good point.
If you cannot keep it to yourself,
No, I forgot.
I
I
will.
was so
If
tired.
you want, I can give you a swift hit to the back of the head, and the coin will be gone. And then you can say you don't know where it went.
No, it's all good. I don't know. I don't know where. Let me. I left something back in the house. Just give me 2 seconds. Hey. How
Common?
common?
K-A-M-M-E-N.
C-O-M-M.
Don't tell anybody about the sword or the other stuff.
What the magic coin and ring? I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just don't. Again, I'm still trying to sort it out. I feel like I'm saying a lot of crazy stuff right now. Just
Sort it out.
Someone get this guy being inspiration.
Man, you are so funny.
You'd fit right at home in our home D&D game.
Yeah, we gotta play that sometime.
Why you said it was
What that D&D?
Dungeons and Dragons.
You
Yeah.
said it was
Dungeons and
a dumb
Dragons.
game yesterday.
I said it was a good game.
I said dumb game.
I said
There's stream evidence. Jordan said it's a dumb game. I
Dumb
used
game.
to play at home.
Bad game.
You heard it here first.
He was sleep deprived.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Delirious.
All right,
even.
cool. Just wanted to handle that. Peace.
I want to handle this too.
It is the average length. Goodbye.
Like usually swords are longer than this.
No. I can't hear you.
You show a guy your sword and he says it's underwhelming.
More like a dagger.
You didn't have to say it. You could have thought it like the snicker was enough. I get it. Like,
I was just going to him for advice.
right.
Unsheath your weapon, sir.
Yeah. He's like, is that all? I'm like, this is all I could find.
You
Like,
can fully unsheath it.
yeah. Like,
It is.
I just got it out of the lake.
Right. Like, you can't.
It's weird. It's weird. It's got 3 different colors and it's sharp on the edges. I don't
Right,
know what
like-
to do with this.
That's not what. Oh, that's not? Oh.
Just how God made it.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So anyway, Commons, he's got the sword in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't care about that, but that's
Just
good to
make-
know, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's good. Just in case I forget that later.
I'm not gonna remember it.
You probably will.
I will not.
But now that I've said it, I'll remember it.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's go. Alright.
If my leathers are done, I don't remember.
Leathers are done.
I don't remember if the plan was for me to make armor out of it myself, or to bring it to someone who would make armor out of it. I
believe that you can make the leather, but you are not necessarily skilled at making armor out of it. You could, like, you've patched your current set of armor, but you haven't necessarily.
I have proficiency with leatherworkers tools, but I don't know that I have.
I don't think that necessarily.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Well, then, yeah, I would look for someone who I assume I would have someone in mind to make something nice out of it.
Sure. Yeah, you could go and find another.
Just like an apron.
Let's see.
It's like I know I'd make a belt if I just make a bunch of those and I just wear them top to bottom.
If I take this bunch of leather and make a bunch of belts out of it and sell the belts, I can buy more leather.
There we go.
I mean, now you're just describing business.
And if each belt is long enough to break into 2 or 3 pieces to make like armor.
Oh, looks
Small
like you
belts.
can make armor.
I can.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I don't know if I don't know if I'm good enough to trust myself at it.
Make something that's called armor.
I don't want to fuck it up.
Right,
and then,
Like, would you drive a car you built?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
You have proficiency, not expertise with it, right? So bringing it to somebody
According
who's...
to this
Correct.
scrap of a book from gmbinder.com, you ferment it in urine?
I mean, it's acidic.
Weird.
Yeah, that's not. It kills. That'd be like. I'm sure you.
No, we're not gonna
leather.
pretend that soaking leather in urine is common knowledge. Like we all knew that's how.
I
That's
mean,
what he was
like,
doing. Okay,
Lynn said.
this is a fun fact that we're all gonna share together.
Wow, I didn't know that, Caleb. Thanks for sharing.
Thanks.
Thank you. Wow.
I was kind of processing it for a moment.
First the sword. Now
Jordan
the
was
leather,
taking
like,
it in stride, as
Yeah.
always.
It's like, yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
like, yeah, sure. I mean, that's what I always do when I find a cow. Is I just pee on it.
You don't?
Yeah, this guy over here draws the line at cereal and milk, but peeing on leather to
Peeing on
ferment
a cow?
it?
I
Sure.
mean, look, if
Sure.
you pee on a
Thank you.
jellyfish thing to fix it, like, how much of a leap is it to
Is
pee on?
fermenting the right word? Is that what it said?
Fomenting?
I think that's what it said.
Angering the leather?
What
Angering.
the,
Tannin?
5 Guys burp.
That's a tough
Well, I
break.
think
I'll
was-
say
it was
that
mostly
you
Cajun,
can
so-
make the armor yourself if you'd like to. You can also find someone in town who can probably do
I think
it.
I'm gonna find somebody just because I'm not that great at it.
Sure.
I would have a +5 maybe, at most. Don't trust myself with that.
Okay. Yeah, you can find someone. Let's see here.
I think I probably would have had someone in mind, but
Yeah, I mean, especially with this, you being a leather worker, like, you would have an idea of the different leather workers in town.
yeah, I'd probably sell it to him. How do I add pages to this? I don't remember. Shit.
Yeah, so you can find Peel Cregness.
Peel as in P-E-E-L?
Yep,
What was his last name?
Cregness. Cregnas.
6 months. Graduated class before.
Does he do only leather armor, or does he do other things as well?
He mainly does leather armor. He does more specialized leather goods.
Okay.
So he doesn't.
He's an artisan.
Wow. Specialized leather goods.
I got a sword you can look at.
I'll have him make some sort of like mouth device that muffles you
Yeah.
while I have with the extra scraps that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you'll have to come in for a try it out.
The
'cause I-
fish mouth.
With the extra straps.
Extra straps.
How many?
The boots with the fur.
Yeah, with the fur.
In rare form today, gentlemen.
We are.
All right. What was it? Die.
Well,
Cocktails.
I heard it's the nog nog.
No.
it's the sword tails.
It went right to my noggin.
Eggnog people, it's good. Look it up.
It's really good. Only if you can make the same one as Stefan. I do not believe that store-bought eggnog would be this good.
I don't remember it being that good.
I will say I don't.
Caleb
know
said it
It's
sounds
not.
good.
I was a little
It's
concerned.
just totally different
We're
products.
gonna
Not
bring over like a
alcohol.
12-ounce glass
Right,
of
but
eggnog,
it's-
and I'd be like, I don't know.
It's too
way
it's
too
too
much.
heavy
Yeah.
rich to drink that.
It's
It is-
really thick.
It is
Store-bought
better
is
if you do. I think it is made to be put on, maybe put on ice, but definitely added alcohol to it because it
To thin it
thins it
down.
out.
Yes.
And it
This was
cuts the
perfect.
richness
This
with
was,
the
like,
alcohol.
literally perfect.
Yeah.
But it's not.
You definitely need something to thin it up. Like you need another liquid. If
It-
you're not gonna make it
Coffee, I went
alcoholic,
back and
you
forth
need
from
like
like the
milk.
coffee
Yeah.
and eggnog.
That's
and
that's a beautiful
It's
pound of
so
life to imagine.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a cream almost.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not
I
quite
mean, when I was
cream,
making
but
it,
it's
I
thick.
had
It's
the
probably
eggnog
thicker
done,
than heavy cream though.
and like
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
definitely a lot thicker before I added the alcohol.
Yeah, I believe it.
There are
If you freeze it, it's just getting some soft serve.
4 different rums in that that I mixed, and then the cognac and the bourbon, and then I also added velvet falernum and allspice dram as well.
Let's go, dude.
Mix that up a bit.
Thank you for taking up this hobby.
Oh,
I am eternally grateful. Also glad you have more staying power for hobbies than I do. I would have bought.
well, this one just like
2
keeps
bottles.
changing. Yeah,
I like it. It's good.
I mean, I started and then I waned off of it, and then I got back into it again after it was actually after the cruise. I think is when I sort of jumped back into it.
All right, so
Happy to be on this journey.
yeah, so you
have a
meet
pie.
up with Peel. He is a pretty old, just human man with a bunch of different. He actually has like a number of different piercings on his left ear, but he, sort of recognizes you, and if you want, we can play out the interaction, or you can just pass off the letter. Is there anything you want to discuss with him?
I don't think in particular. Yeah, I think there's something special about my current armor that I'd probably trade in my current armor and just see what he has to offer me for it. If that's something he's interested in, but it's old and it's been adjusted for an expanding waistline several times over the years. And it's just made of patchwork leather pieces from like different animals, so it's not in the best shape. But I won't need it anymore after this.
You've definitely burned more than you've consumed in the last 8 days.
He takes it and he just holds up this like. Or are you wearing it right now, or would you be giving it to him?
I would probably be wearing it, but I could take it off so if he wants to inspect it.
So he's gonna look at you. Pulls out this
That
like
smell.
rope?
That smells probably me, not the. But yeah,
he pulls out a rope and he just starts like wrapping it around you.
maybe break
sort
it
of,
down.
Sort
to-
of taking some measurements, but hasn't said a word yet. A lot of leather.
Yeah, maybe almost for 2 skinny people, you might be able to make 2 pieces out of this.
He looks over at the skins that he brought him. $50 gold.
For the piece. How much for the work?
50 gold.
I mean, that sounds pretty good to me.
Nah, with the armor.
Oh, with the armor, still 50 gold. Damn, that's a lot of gold. How much gold do I have?
Day 4 Cam paid us decent.
Yeah, I think I have enough, but I don't remember how much enough was.
You've got enough.
There it is. Oh, but I barely have enough. Oh, did we get paid in platinum?
No.
Oh wait, no, yeah. I have 55 gold. According to this.
That didn't seem right.
Either way, I have enough. We can figure out the logistics in a bit. But all right. So I give you this leather, and then the work minus this is gonna be 50 gold. You're saying?
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna trust you're not screwing me. Not that I think you are, but that's a deal. I'll like put my hand forward and give him a handshake.
Shakes your hand. His hand is like a distinctly different color up to his forearm. from the rest of him. It's quite a bit darker than the rest of him. That looks like a little more washed out. But his hand is just like solid when you grab it.
Do I know why his hand's like that? His arms like that? Is it part of his work?
Probably something with the leather.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, I think if I need to make any modifications to it after the fact, I can always do so myself. I'm skilled enough.
You'd be pretty confident that at least that level, like he's gonna. So the you're not terrible. Like you wouldn't be terribly surprised by the price because your armor is this sort of like patched together thing that you've almost like Frankenstein together as you've like grown and needed to adjust it and stuff got broken. You've patched it, and he's really good at what he does. You're taking it to him because you know he will turn this leather into good armor. Mm-hmm. Period. The end.
Gotcha. There's no
and so it's just like you're taking in your used Ford Focus from 2002 and trying to get a new car.
That's
so he's like, yeah, you have to pay me for it.
That seems. I wasn't surprised at the fact that it would be like I was getting a brand new car, but giving him all the parts. And he had to assemble it. But not that that would be nothing, but just to adjust the analogy a little bit.
You gave him the ore.
But what is it? There's some like massive battleship.
But I've already purified the ore.
There's some massive battleship that the government literally just gave to some like recycling company because it was just like yeah, this is worth a ton of money, but like you have to figure out how to like take it and disassemble it and like do stuff with it. Mm-hmm. The labor eventually just becomes.
Sure, the labor is still valuable, but the labor and the materials is worth more than just the labor. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
Especially, what was this thing even from? This was from the things that attacked us that were running away.
Fish. No, these are the lizards.
Yeah, they were running.
Yeah, the hides are like you would know enough to know the hides are pretty valuable on their own.
They're not the most.
You're not gonna come out of this with 50 gold armor.
Yeah, if this hide was plentiful, I would already probably have said armor.
Right. Right.
So okay.
Realistically, you would know enough to know that you're going to be getting essentially +1 leather armor.
What am I wearing now? Is leather armor?
+1 leather armor, you said.
I'm wearing a hide, so I think this might be too.
Well, how can we find you then?
My stealth skill isn't that high.
I would love hide armor that just lets you take the hide as a bonus action.
I mean, there's a table that flies at.
It's different than leather armor, you know?
I would love it. That's the type of item that I'm here for.
100%.
But okay, I'm good with that. I'll figure out why my money's so low compared to everybody else's here. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I don't know that
you
you've spent
feather
any of
that
it.
lets you cast Featherfall.
I don't think I've spent any of it.
I have
Right,
55 gold.
You had 55 gold? That's what I had. So
Everybody got 55 from 50 from Day 410, 5 from the town.
So I'm just missing what I started with, basically.
Yeah.
Which
I don't think we started with
which would have been spent on supplies,
etc.
and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay. So this is it. I'm just gonna count this as accurate because I'm assuming my starting goal wasn't gonna be much of anything.
Mm-hmm. I think Day 410 promised you guys more.
If we figured out who actually.
If you got his coin back, his coin and clock.
Yeah, it's tough.
We got his clock
We
back.
did get his clock. Man, where's that coin though? Darn thing.
Who's to say?
Probably rolled away. Tough.
And I mean, it's a lot of effective gold that you'll be giving up.
Is there a casino in town?
Worth it. How much?
I mean,
gold?
there is a place where you can go and gamble money for sure.
What do the odds look like?
How good are you at math?
Reasonably.
What's the Powerball up to?
Yeah, exactly.
That bad?
Yeah.
The odds are that bad? Who would ever go to gamble in this
Hey,
town?
look, what's one of my wrist cuffs that was made from the extra leather?
There we go.
From all the belts.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Go.
Appreciate that.
It's actually just a gnome belt.
It's the game.
See, you charge the same. It's like T-shirts in our world. You charge the same amount whether it's small or extra large. You just cater your selection to gnomes.
Exactly.
Wait,
The only game in the casino is they shuffle it. You have to guess the card on top.
So there's no full. Yeah, 2-to-1 odds though, pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. Man,
Double your money.
hoping for a push. That's all.
leather armor is light armor
Yeah, it's 13. AC of 13.
after the +1.
No, before it.
Yeah, leather armor's 13. I think.
Wait,
This says 12.
Studded leather might be 13.
Yeah, 12 it is.
And you can get it made as studded leather armor.
Oh
They just put a picture of like a hot guy in there.
man, because I can wear.
I mean, he just wears
That's
it.
what makes it studded.
Mm-hmm. Faces of just Giga Chad.
That would be better.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever the difference in cost between leather and studded leather is.
Dude's actually been sitting on the studded bits for so long that like he's just like, take it. I will spot you the gold for
I'll
this.
say I might need some spotted gold here.
You can.
Some
I don't have
spotted
any,
gold.
I have
That's
unspotted
awesome.
gold
I guess.
that can be spotted for you.
Yeah. I guess I think the best armor I can wear without losing like max dex bonus is a breastplate, which obviously you won't be able to make from leather.
Yeah.
Best
So
man
for
coming in here, crushing me.
yeah, so it would be an extra 35 gold.
Dunked on.
Honestly though.
All right. So I will have to. It'll be cash and delivery for the extra 35.
Sure. You have a coin, you can get more money.
No, we don't. We have a clock. We can get half as much money. We have a clock and a culprit.
I'm ready. Learn how to code. You know how to use Twitch emotes now.
But this will boost my AC by 2.
Just put the salt emoji.
You know how to use Twitch emotes now. That is the most. What an absolute.
Man, that makes one of us.
You're just patronizing. It's like, oh, look at that guy with a backward hat. Fucking
fighting.
Oh, looks like you can use Twitch emotes.
Fighting for my life in these comments right now. All right.
Absolutely.
What is going on in the comments?
One of my buddies is coming.
Assassinated from chat. Rip.
Lance
Oh.
said, "Looking good, Caleb." For the
Thanks,
beard.
Lance.
So we have
Me and Lance are best friends as long as we're not playing Twilight Imperium, and then we might be mortal enemies. Anemones.
Guaranteed to fight
clock,
in the game, to be clear.
clock and a culprit. Day 410, no coin though.
Yep, no point.
Weird.
Weird.
The fortune is not complete.
It's not.
All right. So you get your armor stuff set up. You guys meet up, have some breakfast. You grab some breakfast, I assume. And you go. Where are you all heading? Do you want to go to Day 410? Do you want to meet up with the sheriff? Do you want to just go
I would like
swim in the
to,
Vertlock?
so I'm going to propose this as something we
Some
do.
lead weights?
At some point, I would like to go see if we can help sweep Canilla's belongings. I would really like to know if she had any observations about
Sweep
these
the
items.
house because you made a mess.
No, Canilla made the mess.
We have a butler.
She'll have to. Yeah, exactly.
He gets paid to do that shit.
It's not a sweepler. You don't want to know what he's actually doing.
No, I wouldn't want to go. Like, yeah. I've asked around, and I think I've seen and heard about this before, and like, it would be very curious. Like, there's no way she discovered this on accident and grafted them into her body on accident. We should probably figure out if she'd written anything down about this.
Yeah, so you did collect a bunch of notes
You did.
from her.
Oh, that's what the bag of notes is. I literally have written down bag of notes in here. Okay.
Also, question: what color were the lizards? Like, what color is the armor?
They were a dark, like a muted green.
That's kind of what I had in my head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blends in with the forest.
Gotcha.
There's dyes though. Peel could like dye it a certain color for you if you want. Do a little bit of like dual tone too. I mean, with the amount, like, because he does this sort of artisan work, if you want it to look a specific way, you can hold it. You don't have to tell him now. You can tell him now,
Yeah.
and we can decide what you told him later.
Yes, that's what I'm leaning towards.
All right, final decision right now.
Jackson Pollock.
Tie-dye.
Okay. So you, Jordan, want to take a look at the notes.
Yep.
Cool. Are you just doing that at your place, or?
Yeah, I guess I can do that later on after we collect. Like, I feel like Day 410 probably would want to know what's going on. Like,
How about this?
Yeah.
Jordan, can I say something?
I feel like this is gonna be mean.
It won't be mean. You might, honestly, it might be a good reflection on your character.
Okay.
You seem like you're terrible at lying.
Glad I've convinced you of that.
Ooh. Boy.
Touché.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, that's fair.
no, you definitely suck at lying.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was witty, but
Yeah.
it doesn't
No, it's
change
bad.
the facts. The facts.
Right.
He's
So-
buying it.
Don't be around for that conversation.
I'm gonna read.
I don't know where the coin is. I don't know where Jordan is. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, weird
I can bring you your reward.
deal. I will read these notes while you go talk to Day 410.
Okay.
I have a feeling it's gonna take you about as long to talk to him as it is for me to read these notes.
I would probably stop at the mayor too.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Um,
Can I have the baguette?
I gave you half. You're not getting more.
Didn't you buy your own baguette? Wasn't
No.
that a big deal?
I broke half of the baguette
Hmm.
and gave him half.
Right.
After I'm done at the leatherwork here, getting my armor commissioned, I'm gonna be looking for these guys.
You'll find me.
Looking at the jailer, De Fortans, the mayor's estate until I find him.
I would go to Glessig's first.
Okay, well, let's say
Sure,
that's where I'll go
sure.
first as well.
Okay. Cool. So you meet up at the jailhouse, and when you get there, Glessig is there behind the desk,
Dead.
with at this point Luvi and Moliere are still sharing a cell, as they have been for the last few days. And when you walk in, Glessig says, glad to see you boys are up and at 'em again. I took a bit of a rest myself. Tully and I have switched off a couple times since then, so both of us could catch some
Tully the Warden.
catch some rest.
I love it.
Yeah, well, Mayor wanted her to be helping out, and I was skeptical until I saw what she could do down in the Bancor's basement. And let me say, when I'm as tired as I was happy to have an extra set of hands that could keep an eye on the prisoners here.
You didn't let Tully give him any of that marinara, did you?
I mean, we have to bring him dinner.
Yeah, but don't want to spoil him.
I mean, can't. You should know better than anyone. Can't stop Tully from giving people food.
Oh yeah.
They're not being spoiled for much, but
They probably ate better than me this morning.
what do you have?
Not marinara.
Dirt, literal
Some
dirt.
grubs. I flipped over a rock on the way.
Some crusty week old bread.
Oh, I bought a baguette.
Oh, I should. Yeah.
Didn't you just get paid lunch?
Yeah, but I just spent a lot of it on some new armor.
What's wrong with you?
It's new armor. What do
Immediately
you want
spent
from
your
me?
money.
All in one place? Aren't you specifically
one
not supposed to do that?
Yes.
I actually need
Correct.
I might need a load depending on how much Day for Tom pays.
Do you have a problem?
Not until these last
Don't
few
you
days.
make armor?
I can, but this is hard to find shit. I didn't want to fuck it up.
All right. Well, I can respect that.
Yeah, with natural one, that would have been bad.
That would have been so sad after like having it curing for days.
Yep. Oh god.
Well, yeah, I talked to Dave Fortan a little yesterday. Told him we found all of his stuff. That you guys were still in possession of some of it. But I'm sure he'll be excited to get all of his stuff back.
What was it? Oh, it was the clock. What else? And the coin. Those two things were his.
Yeah, just the clock and the coin.
I'm not here.
Nope.
Who ended up taking the coin yesterday?
I don't know.
So I lost track of everything.
We have the clock to give him now.
Reese, do you remember? No, I wasn't even there. He walked in after you did.
So.
Give Reese a fist bump. Thanks, Reese.
He actually wasn't there though.
He wasn't.
What?
He wasn't. He
He's-
was sitting in
He
the
was at the jail.
jail.
Yeah,
Sitting
that's
in the
where I
jail.
am now.
Yeah, but no, like when.
He was not.
So he wasn't there. He wasn't at the fight.
He doesn't
Yes.
know
So he doesn't know where the coin is.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. We're all in agreement.
No one knows where the coin is.
I'm sure Dave Fortan will be back later if you guys want to hang out for a bit. I don't know if y'all have much else to do.
Where's Canella?
She's still at the doctor. She's still unconscious.
Is she tied up or restrained
Yeah, she's-
or
She's tied down best we can. Warned the doctor that she's
we've
she can be wily, but doctor looked her over and made sure that she don't got nothing else on her.
we have questions. At least I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck, for example. That's one of them.
Well, we can see if she's. You can go see if she's back awake now.
I mean, we got nothing better to do right now, right? Unless Dave Fortan's coming soon. We can go to him maybe. I don't know.
I don't know when he's coming by. You can check at his house.
We could stop by his house.
Sure.
First, though, I'll walk over to the cell. Where is Luby sulking?
No, he's not really sulking. He's hanging out. He's not happy to see you,
He's more
but
pouting. But...
Depressed.
Good morning.
morning.
How's life? Been anything interesting the last few days? I'm sorry. I break a piece of the remaining baguette that I have. I say, Molito. And hand him a piece of the bread.
Well, later looks at it a little suspiciously.
I
and
bite into it.
and kind of looks over at the sheriff, and sheriff kind of nods. Thanks.
You were dumb, but you were swell. Just walk away.
That's what my dad used to tell me.
Know thyself. No. Yeah.
He's gonna tear off a little bit and hand it to Luby.
Alright, I won't mind.
All right.
I've already got the sweetest dessert of revenge.
I'm thrilled to be correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
Yes.
You have the ultimate joy of being right.
Yes. Comeuppance that were delivered were excellent.
Yeah. All right. I actually need to use the bathroom, so we're gonna break. Do you guys want to go to Dave Fortan's?
Yeah, let's just go over.
Yeah,
You
with
guys
it.
go there. I'm gonna read more notes.
Sure.
Fortune's house.
Cool. All right. So we'll go on pause and be back in a little bit here.
Subscribe.
Back. And we have volume. All right, so you guys are heading to Dave Fortan's place. Let's do the Dave Fortan stuff first. So you get to his residence. Anything you do? Knock on the door.
Knock.
Sure.
Bing bong.
You knock, and
Do we have a key? I feel like everyone has one of those.
Yeah. Why are we the only ones?
I mean, you're the ones tracking your inventory. Do you have the key? Maybe.
I don't. But I also have this coin that
You did find a, and if no one took it, then
We
I'm
did
assuming
find a coin on
blessing.
her.
What?
we did find a key on her, right?
No, you found the mold.
We
found
did.
the mold.
But you found the key earlier. You found, you didn't find a key on Canilla. You found a key on Luby.
Yeah.
So
But you found the mold.
on our way there, I talked to Trent and say, you know, in theory, we could give him back the coin if we knew where it was. We could give him back the coin, just make a key, break in, steal the coin, and get paid, and then also have the coin.
I mean, we could, yeah. But like
Or
the
we-
coin doesn't really do a lot for me, other than just lead to more information, maybe.
Yeah. Or we just say that right now the coin is part of a further investigation. If
mean,
push comes, if he won't pay us without it. Let's find out if he'll pay us without it first.
I mean, regardless, it is part of the investigation.
Yep.
You know, I want to follow up with Canilla around it. And if he doesn't want to pay us, then we can look at other options. Whatever those might be.
Okay. Let's get there. Knock on the door. It takes a few minutes, but eventually...
Before he comes to the door, though, I'm just like, by the way, I'm not much... Wait, I wasn't there for that. Never mind. Continue.
Dave Fortan comes to the door and opens it. Well, gentlemen, it's a pleasure to see both of you. Please, come in. And behind him, you see another man in some really nice looking, but kind of different looking clothes. These green silks with sort of blue trim to kind of a definitely something you aren't used to seeing in town here. The guy has he is so it's a just an older sort of salt and pepper human man with sort of olive colored skin and really well trimmed goatee that is showing a little more white than
A little more salt,
black.
a little less
Yeah.
pepper.
A little more salt, a little less pepper. But he's sort of, back is erect, and he sees the two of you and goes, Day 410, you have company.
We're more like employed, if anything.
I see. Well, my name is Lucerne Craigness Abernol.
Oh, Jesus.
Pleasure to meet the both of you.
Abigail?
Lucerne? Lacarne.
Why?
No,
C
it's
with a little
Lacarne.
Alright, Lacquern.
That's a little...
Craigness, Cregnas.
Lacquern.
Abernol.
Craigness.
Abron. Abrinnoll.
Oh my
God damn it. ABRO.
ABRINOLL.
Holy shit.
She sounds important.
It's a him still.
It's still
every guy is not a girl, Jordan.
It's
Get your head out of the gutter.
Every
2022.
He's
man.
got a heck of a name.
Maybe they are.
Listen, they were introduced to me as a man. I will respect.
I have like 5 lines dedicated to that name because I kept like crossing it out and like.
As a DM, you put 3 names together and you always hope that it's going to make an impression, but you're never sure.
Lahan.
Then your players say, I dedicated 5 lines to it, and you go, oh,
Lacairn.
good.
Lacarney.
Got him.
And what's your relation, Lasarn, to... Is that right? It's been so long since I heard the name now.
It's Lasern Cragnus Abrinol. Thank you.
Lasern.
My relation to Mr. Alzo de Fortin. We're something of business partners, prospective business partners, I guess.
Well, in that case,
You
Mr.
will,
Mr. Abernol and Defortin, we don't mean to interrupt. We could come back later, since it seems you're busy with, well, company.
It is, I'm up to my host here.
We don't wish to.
Alzo says, it's all right. This shouldn't take too long. Lasern Cragnus Abernol, please, if you would just go enjoy yourself in the sitting room. I'll discuss my dealings with these gentlemen here. Will be just a moment. And Lasern Cragnus Abernol nods and turns and walks away. So the sheriff tells me that you all were able to apprehend Mrs. Miss Bancour.
I see. The news traveled a little bit faster than us, given... I don't know if you heard any of the details, but that was not fun.
We're the only 2 that survived.
No, that's... that's not true. But...
I'm like clearly... Well... I don't know how clearly I am.
Even with theatrics, I'm like... No, it turned out all right, but it was...
It was kind of close, though. I mean... That bomb almost took some of us out.
Though, I think you might
I heard that there was some
a little bit of
violence
everything
that went on.
Yeah, there was an explosion that was terrible. On the plus side, first of all, I'm very proud of this, and I don't think I got to share it with anybody, nor do I think anybody will hear. So, to the person who will probably appreciate it the most, when I investigated their estate before we determined that she was the culprit, I may have found your clock, snuck it out, and left in behind a note that just said, "Gotcha." So I thought you might appreciate that.
I like the style. I like your style tag.
It felt like it was deserved.
That night was pretty fantastic.
It was pretty fantastic until it sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked.
You know, we rolled down there, 5 of us, trying to take on Canilla, thinking like...
Heard Tully got a taste of the action too.
And she did.
Yeah, Reese stayed back, but
Honestly, Tully was impressive.
She was.
Huh.
More than I expected.
Way more than I expected.
Better cooking. I didn't realize that.
You know, some people just get
keep
all
up
this
with it.
talent, and it's just not fair.
You know, the pan hit just as hard as the marinara did.
Different ways, maybe. But
Very different ways, but you cannot deny it was.
She did some work with that
Some
pan.
master-
Spicy.
It was. But yeah, we were able to recover. I don't know if you had a chance to stop by the sheriff's office, but we were able to recover that.
I heard you found the clock, and Sheriff said he found the coin too.
We found, right?
I don't remember. I'd have to check because I don't have it on me, and neither does Durant at the very least.
I remember seeing it.
Because it was. So this is a bit disturbing of details. There were items embedded in Canilla. Like she had.
The coin was one of them, right?
She had literally infused things into her body.
Embedded in her?
Mm-hmm. As if she like grafted it to her skin.
That's horrifying.
But you, yeah.
So that
Any-
item.
Do you know why?
Well, when we ran into her, she was flying and shooting lightning at us
And moving stuff around.
and moving stuff around.
It was a lot.
It was
to be honest.
terrible. It's not easy to believe.
Jordan was saying magic, but
Listen, if I was not around with 4 other people who saw it happen, I would think I was Jordan levels of crazy.
Sheriff didn't mention any of that.
Yeah, but I figured
she was also unconscious.
she
for a
did
good
get
part of the
knocked
fight
out.
pretty early.
I should say knocked out is not a description. She was about to die after getting blasted by electricity. But point being, we've apprehended and identified who our ultimate culprit was here. We have the clock. We can follow up on the coin. It should, maybe it's with the doctor in terms of maybe they got it out of Canilla. I'm not sure where the coin is right now. But I wanted to tell you directly.
Go ahead and roll deception.
Get it? Big.
Which die? This is important.
Here you go.
No shot am I rolling to dispel that. That doesn't count. It was a great roll.
Do not 20.
Yeah.
Advantage.
Love it. Oh yeah,
Oh,
you get
snap.
your
The inspo.
advantage.
Although they changed the
They
rules
did
on
change
that.
it. Now it's a nat 1 gives you advantage.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that better.
That's what I
That
said.
is what you said.
That's what I said.
Well, then I won't take it.
You work for D&D Beyond?
D&D 1.
I mean, they're
Same.
clearly listening to my feedback that I'm not sending to their site at all.
How many viewers do we have, and how many of them work for Dungeons and Dragons?
True.
I will not take the
I
advantage then.
don't need any royalties from that, but a nice credit in the player's guide would be well appreciated. Thank you.
You're welcome, Matt.
Man, there's not many times where I feel so
CEO,
validated about such a small thing in my life like that.
100%.
I mean, it's a great idea.
Great idea.
But I will not take the bonus advantage then if it is changed to on ones.
Yeah, we'll switch it then. We'll just, as best we can, keep up
Yeah.
with there.
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
That's fine with me.
Cool.
Also, it makes the 1 feel less bad.
Agreed.
20s already feel great.
That was my point.
Right.
20s already feel great.
Right. You just like, I mean, basically, it helps you like steam, like just like
They also got rid of the
what's
auto
the word?
success thing.
natural 20s.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh,
For skill checks.
that's good.
That was
Oh,
dumb.
good. That was it. That didn't make any sense anyway.
Yeah.
That was dumb. Anyways.
Anywho's.
I guess I should give you the full number.
He does seem to believe you.
25.
It was a high DC that I had in mind
That's fair.
because it was in my head the idea that you guys were tasked with getting 2 items for him and that you would forget one of them was
Well,
Suspicious.
yeah.
I wasn't lying. I legitimately didn't know what happened to the coin, but I was
Yeah.
leaving it to them to keep track of.
It was kind of like
Yeah.
kind of suspicious, but
Yeah, I tried to sell it off of the grafted into her part.
Sure.
That was, which makes sense. That it's like,
and
Why it
then
might be
a
a
lot happened.
Yeah.
You know, a lot went on. Easy to forget things.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he seems to buy it. Well, I hope that we can find our way to talk to the doctor, and maybe the doctor found it or something. Talk to Glessig. Maybe she knows what happened to it.
There was, I mean, the aspect, and I don't know how comfortable you would be with this, the aspect of it being whatever she was doing, and with her it being fused into her body, it may be something that I don't know if you'd be comfortable with somebody looking further into it to see if it has any special properties. With, obviously, it's your coin, but with the ability to look into it to see if there's anything special about it that might be useful. Unless it's just not interesting to you in any capacity.
No, I wouldn't mind learning a little more about the coin. It's always been something of a mystery. Just a strange thing that we found so long ago and never really had a good way. I mean, we have the library over here and never really found any relevant information on the kind of icons and the profile that's on it.
Do you have a? I mean, I think we may have broached this subject before, but are you personally attached to this coin, or would you be willing to part with it for?
Well, normally I would think you'd mean metaphorically, but given recent information, I'm not attached
not
to it.
Physically attached, just.
But metaphorically, yeah, it's seems to be kind of a. I've seen a lot of stuff in just the trading that I do. Talk to a lot of merchants, get to see a lot of things, and something about the make of it, something about the iconography to it. It's just
the creepy looking elf. That's an elf face.
A little bit elf-like, I guess.
Oh, do we have elves in this place?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a drow.
Oh, yeah.
He's not.
But there are. But I do remember someone.
Not a drow?
Him? No.
Son of a.
What world is he living in?
I mean,
I thought for sure you were a drow like this.
I mean,
whole time.
Valric is a drow.
That's what it is.
I'm a tiefling.
In the campaign you're running.
Yeah. No, you're correct. I'm wrong.
Anyways.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's peculiar. I'd be hard pressed to give it up. If you'd be interested in taking a look at it, investigating it, I could maybe let you take a look at it. But
No, that's kind of where we're at. Yeah. She said some things when we fought her about. I don't know, just a lot of weird shit's going on, and
It was bizarre.
I just wouldn't mind knowing more.
anything in particular?
I feel like it was yesterday, but it's been so long now.
What the hell did she say?
I think I'm.
You have no idea that something.
Yeah, she mentioned.
I think something like that was said.
I think
This might be an actual nice time to sort of mid-scene. We don't really do that, but mid-scene switch over.
Sure.
I feel like this moment of you guys trying to remember some of the things that Canilla said might be good to go and talk about Jordan taking a look at these notes.
This guy's definitely level 2 attached to the coin, though.
Yes.
I guess I was curious if the coin, like you lost the connection after being away from the coin for a while.
It seems not.
But it doesn't seem like it. That's not even what I was really going for with that question, but he definitely seems more attached to it than I expected.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's do it.
Okay. So,
But why did he get attached to it? Like you did.
I didn't get attached to it.
Well, to the feather.
I could be attached to it.
I know, but you had that connection that he didn't get.
I don't know. He sucks.
Jordan, as you
Tried to attach to me.
as you look through the notes, you are inundated with the amount of just knowledge and information that is clearly in these papers. But the more you look at it, the more it just seems to ramble and obscure the author's intent. clearly these are not.
I think I got
So,
something.
some of the pages that you scoop together are in neat, well-written lines that journal pretty mundane activities. They don't mention the items at all. They mention works with clocks, works with gears, works with just tinkering around with items. Some schematics that you see that aren't particularly inspiring to you, but they're very clean and you can appreciate the artistry in them. Other pages are almost just diary entries of a girl talking about feeling lonely, feeling cooped up, unable to leave her home. Others talking about how wonderful it is that this chair that she's in is able to get around as well as it does. Other pages, though, are more frantic, are more obscure, almost seem schizophrenic in some ways. Some diagrams are just lines crisscrossing the page for all you can tell. Go ahead and roll.
Fight the book.
Fight the pig.
We'll say investigation for this.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Make a reading books saving throw.
19.
Oh,
All right.
Not a dumb boy.
Not a dumb boy. This boy knows how to read.
I
Ain't no Yormik.
No, so much better.
yeah. This is
This is a liberal education.
You know what? Way less rock information. Like, I know a horrifically low amount about geology.
But where you don't know much about rocks, you know a lot about most other things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially this book.
Yeah.
And reading.
Yeah. Correct.
So I do want to emphasize it's not a book.
It's still notes.
So as you look through it, you get some sense of like, okay, this page is probably earlier.
Yeah.
This page is probably later. But some of it you just can't tell. It's hard to decipher some of the information that you see. You see her at one point starts to sort of go from looking at how to fix gadgets and gears to medicine, and how to fix people, and you see these pictures that almost look like schematics overlaid on top of anatomy.
Are they like?
Not like robots or androids, just like trying to break down the nervous system and the cardiovascular system in the same way that you might lay out like an engineering diagram in some ways. And on it, she has, highlighted this. On one, you can see clearly it's sort of circled over this like spot on her calf that you remember as where the feather was embedded into. And some just little like drawings and graphs about clearly her planning out how she's going to attach this feather to her leg. So you start going off of this, trying to follow this thread of her looking to embed this feather into herself, and you find a little bit of her noting detail about the item. She writes that she doesn't write about how she came upon the item, just starts writing about having it, and mentions at first just that she found it interesting, that she sort of felt like it was special in some way, and that, and future entries start talking about how this feather is peculiar in so many ways. At one point, she mentions that she, as she actually fell at one point, she landed more softly than she expected to, and that she felt happier while she had it, a little more carefree, and it became something of a refuge for her in these dark and lonely times. Then she mentions, she almost starts referring to the feather as its own person. How it is. It encourages her. It just makes her feel more confident. Like just the weight of the world is not on her. And clearly that takes some effect, because her notes, as it goes through this, become less detailed, less scientific and rigid, and more clearly they mean something to her. As some of these, you just see random keywords pop up throughout. She mentions this sword fragment that she got from a merchant that came through town a while back.
Oh, the mic's right there.
She doesn't know where it came from, but she knows the merchant has been traveling all around for a while, and even they aren't particularly certain where they came upon it from. It's to most people, it's a random piece of interesting looking metal that floats, and that's interesting, but they weren't able to find someone who was willing to pay what the merchant wanted for it. The merchant was pretty convinced this is a unique item of the ages, that no one in the continent has something like this. And everyone else didn't seem to care as much as Canilla seemed to. As the notes progress, there's clearly more of an interest for history as well as medicine. But when it talks about buying the sword, so it talks about buying the sword before things get too obscure in her notes. The notes about the sword are even a little more concrete than some of the other notes are. There's, at the top of one sheet, you see it looks almost like a map. And in the margins are written some notes about the sword and some angular measurements, and you see two angles going down and sort of coalescing very close to the center of the Alstromen, the ever-burning storm in the mountain range to the south. But there's you can see just barely and sort of make out that she draws an arc, and a little bit like an arc between the angle and the Alstromen itself, and some calculations there, and just has a big X through it. It seems like even though it gets close, it's not quite pointing to that.
Huh.
The Alsterman's little brother.
It seems to be pointing too far to the east of the Alstraman.
Which, if I was drawing a compass,
Don't
it's to the east.
don't you dare put zest onto the compass rose again.
It looked like an M to me.
There's also mentions that the merchant was convinced that it came from Kyra herself.
Is that the name from last time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There. Where is it? I have that written down. Yup. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh!
I have that written down as well.
Oh, wait, hang on. The thrice forged blade. That's a thing. Hang on. Hang on, boys. I think that's what we got here. I think
That
that's
checks out.
that's what we got.
I don't know where that was, but I'll take your word for it.
Thrice forged blade.
I don't think you told them about this.
I don't think you
Did
did.
I not tell you about this?
No, I don't think you did. You read a book in Day
Did you
4
text me
Hands.
that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what. Yep. Dope. Okay. Cool.
That was when you read the book in Day 4 Hands, right?
Yep. Cool. Let me look.
Dibs.
You sneaky rat.
Let's just go ahead. All right.
I don't even use swords. Dibs.
Let's go. So okay, so
I'll put it in my gun and shoot it.
I
The
think it was
writings they start out
Short
talking
sword,
about like
probably.
mechanical clockwork.
It's only 8 inches.
I could use it.
So diary
I can use it though.
and like
Yeah.
schematics, then they evolve into
You're wrong.
anatomy. Trying to figure out anatomy. Then there's like the feather.
Mhm.
Writings start to blur.
At some point after that, it starts talking about the feather, and then they start to blur. Before that, before they start sort of obscuring, they mention the sword fragment and her sort of investigation into it.
Any mention of the coin in here at all?
You don't see mention of the coin.
Okay. I'm gonna screenshot this real quick before Slack deletes it.
You also don't see mention of the ring.
Okay. When the writings go off the rails, is it more that they like the words are nonsense, or it's just like
It's just too hard. Eventually, it's too hard for you to make out what she's actually trying to get at.
okay?
You see a lot of mentions of old things and ruins and legends and lore. You see, in some cases, things that seem almost like paranoid scrawlings about the Alstraman, about the Greystone paths, and about the barren region to the southwest, the Otwins des Woe. It's on the map.
I don't know. That's why I should have not written.
Okay.
All twins this way.
I see it. It's right at the edge of the mountains.
Yeah, all twins this way.
Sick. Okay, we got a hook. We got a hook.
I'm trying to think what else. You would see
Treasure hunt.
at some point amidst the scrawlings, you would see a note about the sword and almost fear and pain from it.
She deliberately cut herself with it. Unbelievable.
What's her name?
Clearly, at some point, she
I read about
turned against the sword,
you just
the sword fragment.
She turned against the sword fragment.
okay.
In to find out that.
Just to make sure I didn't miss this in the Slack message.
Yeah.
There's not been discussion about what that is. It was just literally a title, correct?
Right.
Yes. Okay. She turned against the blade at some point. She was like, "This blade is evil. It sucks. I don't like it. It doesn't like me." Somewhere.
Yeah. It's like
Not
evil, dark pain. It's like at some point just scribbles over it.
This is after the feather has started to influence the writing.
It's at the points in the journal where it seems like she's gone a little bit off the deep end.
Okay. Gotta get a book.
Should we just give it for a 10 coin?
The coin apparently doesn't matter. She didn't write about it. I want to know what it does. So I'm gonna look. If I look at the coin,
Mhm.
I'll look at the coin. Right. I know about magic items in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yep.
So may I have a dagger of some kind? Can I make a scratch on the coin?
The coin bleeds. Oh, that would be cool.
The mouth of
Oh!
I know about magic items. Bleeds. I know nothing about magic items.
I just open up the table for that one like door in Tomb of Horrors and just like what happens if you stab it with a dagger, you know.
You start bringing the dagger close to it, and the face turns and looks at you.
Right.
Don't.
Tell me why. Turns back.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was facing the other way. Turns.
Yeah. So you take your dagger and you.
Yeah, just trying to nick it a little bit.
Yeah, gently at first start to poke it.
Nothing.
Doesn't see. I mean, when you poke at it gently, it doesn't do anything.
I mean, I'll try to get in there. Like, again, if it, I'm like, man, this was grafted, so my thought process is clearly, something is influencing her. Very concerned for Jag at the moment. But this being in her skin, there wasn't, stitching around it. It was like it was melted, correct?
Yeah, she had cauterized it onto herself.
Yeah, so there's something about this thing that is not normal. And it's I know it hasn't done anything yet, but if it's magic, it's probably not breakable. I'm gonna if the scraping it doesn't really do anything, I'm just gonna
Go ahead and make an investigation check at just analyzing the coin.
13. Coin is deceptive.
The coin intimidates you
Right.
into
Yeah.
not.
Exactly.
Coin trips you.
Coin flips it up.
So, yeah, as you poke at this coin, pretty lightly at first, and then more and more, just putting some force behind it, steadily. You might even go and find a little bit of a vice grip or something, and do it kind of scientifically, make sure that you're just putting a little more pressure. Eventually, the tip of the dagger bends.
Oh, dude. Okay. Ooh. All right.
He's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just sitting.
It's
I don't
honestly
even
just
know
really
where I'm
hard metal.
sitting. I'm in the baguette shop, just wailing.
Oh, I
at
figured
this
you
point.
were in the
in the workshop.
yeah,
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Just a vice in
Yeah.
the workshop
Dude
or
just
in
thinks
the
that the
baggage shop.
baguette
I imagine
shop is like Starbucks.
Kevin's
Everybody's hanging out
maybe
in there.
coming in and going every so often, but for the most part, you're in just separate rooms in the same area workshop.
Okay, so this is. I'm not even gonna check the sword. That's magical. I'll do the same test for the ring.
Sure. You find similar results with the ring.
Okay. So it's any guess in the world. This is literally me. How would I figure this out? Is it I'm assuming. Okay, I want to try to come up with something that would like pick up on any kind of radiation that this thing is giving off that would identify it as something like non-natural, I guess. If that's like I'm
I don't think you
it's totally fair. I'm trying to like. That's the only thing I can think
this.
of
This is where me as Caleb, I'm trying to think like.
Could Jordan figure out how to make a Geiger counter?
Like,
That's
well, like what,
yeah.
what is involved in making a Geiger counter, and like, is that material available
Totally.
to you?
So
Go ahead, and because this is Mihraen Jordan.
Yeah.
I
have some practice.
Go ahead and give me an engineering roll.
17.
17 total.
Yeah.
With a 17. You can't figure out a way of sorting out if there's any kind of you do not find any atypical radiation of any sort
Yep.
coming off of it.
I'm gonna try one more thing. I'm gonna set the coin in the middle.
Yep.
I'm gonna make sure that Common is not watching me. And I'm just gonna be like, I am not gonna resist whatever activates you. I'm just gonna put my hands on it. Just like work,
like crazy guy
Yeah.
talking to a
Double check, make sure comments on anywhere.
Yep.
Be my friend.
It's like
I've never.
you guys ever like just do a quick like check my telekinetic?
Right.
No one was watching, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm like.
No one would ever do that.
No one's ever done that, I'm sure. No one's ever done that.
Nope, that's kind of weird, Stefan.
Average.
No one does
What-
that.
You guys have also never in the shower like had the thing where the water's running down your hand and it like
Oh,
goes
yeah,
out and you're
never.
just like waterbender.
Waterbender, yeah.
Nope. Yeah, I'm glad that none of us
No,
have that
I've never done
experience.
that.
Done that. What are you talking about?
Never.
Weird.
Yeah,
Weird.
so I will tell the coin that I'm going to voluntarily fail a wisdom saving throw if it would matter to the coin.
So, as you
Verbatim tell it that.
Yeah, I will.
I'm
Like
going,
that's.
I am going to fail this wisdom saving.
as you put your hand on the coin, you feel a little bit of pull and find yourself. You feel a warm sensation come over you for a moment, and you feel a sort of a sense of calm take over you, a sense of confidence. And in some ways you feel like you are more capable of handling whatever situation might come at you next. You feel that there is a you feel from the coin this sort of encouragement to try daring deeds, and just like you like in some ways like you can kind of take on the world a little bit.
Throw caution to the wind a little bit.
Let's go.
This was the coin, not the sword. You did this?
Yeah, this coin.
So you are currently attached to the coin.
Deliberately, you baboon.
What is LLR?
Long rest, once per long rest.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
As you do, you feel, as you grow attached to this coin, you feel that there's something more there that you can that you can get. So you currently have access to those two. I need to. So I'll be honest here. I need to double check if I think actually I think I had it balanced out so that when you are attached to the item, you can access one or the other, but you can't access both in the same day, if that makes sense. Like once you
it's
access
a charge that is consumed by either.
Yeah,
that makes sense to me.
You feel that there is, in addition to this sort of like sensation of just like this little bit of confidence that you feel in the back of your mind, that there's something more just beyond the surface, something more that you can bind yourself to if you were to continue to let yourself. It's this sensation that's almost calling out to you, and you are also able to
bonus snippet.
Oh, you get the snippy boy.
If you so choose, you can become bound to the item.
Oh, that's really good. That's so good. Do I... Okay. Can I make an insight check on the coin? In terms of what this being bound might
I think
imply?
you should make a wisdom of what would Tori think roll.
Oh, great point. Well,
Tori ain't here.
I was gonna say unless Jordan of Mihraen.
Jordan
actually
Mihraen is focused on getting back. So
Jordan's gonna come back to just a coin embedded in his forehead. It's fine.
don't think about it. Oh.
How could she not notice though?
Is bound? Do I feel like it wants to be attached to me?
You don't feel a sensation to actually physically attach it to yourself, but you, when the warm sensation came over you, you, like I said before, with that, I'll reread that little snippet. This item is really special. You formed a bond, almost like nostalgia to it. You feel better when it's around, safer, more at home, and you will make an effort to keep this item in your possession.
When you're bound to it.
When you're attached to it. So you feel like so you kind of just feel that same like just a little bit of a tug on your heartstring, like it'll be sort of more of that.
So I am going to first, I'm going to set the coin aside for a second, and I'm going to do the same thing to the ring.
You probably don't want to just put it down.
I don't, probably not. I'll put it in my pocket. I'll put it in my pocket.
No, it's great. At least he'll be able to use the coin when he tries to deceive people about how he no longer.
Oh shoot!
I don't know what the coin does.
No!
It's like the coin of luck.
Oh god, that's
Basically.
crazy.
To re-roll it.
In your hands? Oh,
There
Jesus.
was, I don't know if you guys remember, there was a moment in the fight where you
Yes.
Camilla like took a shot and then you heard like a metallic ding,
Oh, that's so dope.
like a coin flipping.
So the question is, will Jordan's rolls start being better, or will they just be worse more often?
Again, the average can only go down. It will be worse with a higher frequency.
If he hard commits to it,
Then it's 2.
That's two
twice.
bad rolls.
Oh my gosh.
Extra.
I can't. It's gonna be in the pocket for now. I'm gonna attach to the ring. I would like to.
You're just supposed to attach.
So
Full
now
dive.
that you know, now that you've attached yourself to the coin, when you touch the ring, you immediately feel that sense of tugging on your emotions, and you get a sense of what this ring does.
Wow.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, there is no binding.
Thing. Bruh! Let's go.
That's sweet.
Yep.
That
What?
makes
There's no consequences for my actions. This is fine.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
This is dope. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm gonna let's cut away from my deliberation of whether or not
There's
to become
one
coin.
There's one more thing that you do notice.
Oh no.
Sorry, back in the notes.
Yep.
There's one more thing that you notice, and it's a diagram of Desfortin's clock, and there's on it marks around the glass surface face over the clock face, measurements and graphs and stuff, and there's some emphasis on it in her notes.
God damn it.
Like the glass bubble, essentially, like
Yeah.
it's over it. Oh, I literally do this. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go catch up with them at Desfortin's
So,
house.
back at Desfortin's. You guys were trying to remember. I think he mentioned... So, during the fight, Canilla mentioned the name Kyra.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm working with a consulting company named Kyra, and it has me all messed up. Kyra. And I think Jordan
And the sword used to belong
mentioned
to her.
something about it when, like, at the end. Mentioned... Correct me if I'm wrong, if you remember different.
No, I'm sure that I did. I think if she mentioned it during the fight, then I would have been like, I've heard that name before, essentially, at least.
She mentioned that the sword used to belong to Kyra? Is that accurate? Or something
From
else?
her.
That...
Yeah.
There was legends that there was a tale that the sword even came from Kyra herself.
Okay.
You remember from yesterday.
Of course I do.
Do we know who Kyra is, being denizens of Mihraen?
Go ahead and give me history checks.
Ooh, I'm actually not terrible with these.
I could have been okay at them, but with that roll, it's an 8.
Mine's a 9.
So, in general, no.
Jigsaw.
Who the heck's she?
But you would...
Who dat?
The
Or he.
closest thing you would know is that there's a...
Okay.
I mean, you've seen maps, right?
I've
You
heard,
know
I've
that
heard of
there's
them.
like a thing on a map called the Kyra Fjord.
That's a place? The Kyra Ford.
Right on top of the Iongwelt.
Oh. On top of it. Wait, is that right there? I gotta zoom.
Oh, it'd be...
Enhance.
People getting... It occurred to me, people getting the
Yeah, there it is.
extra chef on experience tonight. The mic is right next to you.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm very
As
loud
it
tonight.
should be.
And every time I dink the ice cube in my glass, it's not that loud. And I'm like, oh, it's literally
It's right there.
like I'm just doing ASMR
Yeah.
ice cubes here.
Acres.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Well, she was probably kind of important. They've named a whole place after her.
Sick.
It's actually not that far. I mean, oh man, it's actually not that. It's a little more than twice as far away as the Scathane Woods are from us. So, like, if you go to the like,
Right, yeah.
multiply the distance by 3, we're there.
It's not that bad.
Alright, we're adventurers now.
I mean, granted, there's a mountain range between them.
Oh! Guys, it's not that.
But,
It's
like, it's
30 feet forward.
It's
but
it's the
700
small bits
down.
at the end. So, like, you can just
There's
go
a
around.
pass- There's a pass there, right?
They're like,
As you were describing it, I was like, I don't know if you're waiting to drop this information
The
or if you don't
elevation
see it.
information.
There's a pass.
I saw it, but it just didn't, like, click that. But, like, it's the small bits at the end. We can just go around the mountains.
So we go to Maine, and we're on like the fingers coming out onto the water when we stay there, and so I look up like how far to get to this park over here, and initially it says 2 miles. And then I look up how long the drive is, and it says 12 miles because you go all the way up, all the way over, and all the way back down.
Yo.
Well, we don't have to worry about roads. We can just go up the mountain.
Why don't we just go through it?
Yeah, or under it.
Henry.
Or underneath.
There's literally
What could be under the mountain?
there's
Two hammers. Do we have 2 hammers?
I can make a hammer.
John Henry.
you know, at worst, one additional day, we just go north into the water and just walk along the coast.
Swim.
You know,
I think we're
Yeah.
going. I think we're going there.
I don't know about that.
I think we're going there.
It's pretty dangerous.
So, okay.
We're adventurers now.
We gotta get this clock.
What?
What clock?
I'm not here yet. I'm on my way there.
No. If Jordan in-game was big brain, he would stop at Glessig's to pick up the clock to say he's bringing it to Dave.
Is it not at Dave Fortan's house?
Uh,
I have no.
Blessing
I'm
would
going
still have it.
wherever the clock is. If I know that the clock is not at Dave Fortan's house, I'm not.
You haven't talked to Glessig today, have you? Were you there?
No, I was not there. It was the
I mean,
clock was
realistically,
there
we're-
last, right? Yeah.
At Glessig's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go there.
Okay.
I'll go there.
I will also say if when you were looking for the clock, might be at Glessig's, might be at Dave Fortan's. If it's at Glessig's, you're going to be able to do more with it
Yeah.
immediately. If it's at Dave Fortan's, like
Yeah, no, I'm
no
not
rush
taking
in
it.
finding it.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
It's going to stay there. It's not going from Dave Fortan's to Glessig's.
Right, but that makes sense. I thought they had it with them and were taking it back for some reason.
Oh yeah, right here you go.
Yeah, exactly.
No, wait.
Yeah, you can make your way over to Glessig's.
Make it. Everything I do is amplified over here. Welcome to the Runtime Initiative ASMR stream. He wants it there.
What do you all?
No, he doesn't.
What would you all like to talk to Dave Fortan about?
So when we left off, we were talking about
What happened?
what she was saying.
What we did, what she was saying.
Sure. Yeah.
And
I mean,
Megan.
If you mention the name Kyra,
Yeah.
that's definitely one of the things I would have mentioned.
and actually he sort of perks up at it. Why does that name sound so familiar? I might have a book that mentions Kyra in the library. I'm not sure where. I can take a look later.
I mean, sure.
I mean, that would be good. We have nothing to go on other than that information. I know this extends past just the simple find the culprit, find your possessions, but it seems like there might be a bit more interesting things going on here.
Certainly. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, I suppose. I'm not quite as, I'm a little more interested in some of that stuff that others might consider unimportant. I guess that's what happens when you start making money trading rather than having to fight off monsters day after day.
And I guess just to as a sort of summary, she just seemed like she was like delusional. Like she
was insane.
Yeah, she she was above the rest of us, and she had some grand plan to do something.
Like she had transcended.
Yeah, and
It was weird.
the things in her possession that she was collecting were part of it. Power attracts power. She said that.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, there was a lot, and then we fought, tooth and nail to bring her down. And so a bit of it's a little fuzzy, but hence why we want to look into this more. Something strange.
Certainly.
Anything in that book you find, for example.
Yeah, I'll take a look later. Let me I gotta treat Abernol to a day on the town. Try to make some connections where I can.
You're doing that tonight? he in town for?
Yeah, just a couple days from all I know, but I know he's been wanting to make his way up here to Fairthane for
What's in Fairthane?
a long time.
Wait.
No, I'm thinking of Corette. Never mind.
Yeah, we're in correct.
Yeah.
You're also in Fairthane.
Well, yeah, but Fairthane's the whole place.
The country.
The capital.
Where was he
It's
from?
like we're in
Did
Cuyahoga
he mention where he's
County
from?
and Ohio.
Is he from the Empire?
Oh yeah, he's a. Did I not mention?
He might have, but
He's from the Tobran Cole Empire.
Do we know what's our general impression of the Empire?
You're not fans.
Okay.
You don't have a whole lot of information that's not just
What's
the common sense knowledge that
Yeah, I'm not looking for like.
that Fairthane would. So the common impression of the Tobran Cole Empire is that they are barbarians, that they are warmongering, and that they are sort of terrifying fighters. Really, in a lot of ways, not at all the
Yeah.
kind of person that you just saw in front of you.
Which is why Drent's about to be kind of racist with his negative on charisma score. Really, he didn't really look like he was from there.
I like elbow Dren.
Well, apparently, you might want to. I know some people are a little bit, can be intimidated by the name of the Tobran Cole Empire, but from what and at that, Lucerne, Craigness Abernol, makes shows his face again. He comes out. Alzo Dayford. I'm not going to be able to get that voice back again. Alzo Dayford, as I said, for the past 60 odd years, we have taken the name the Tobran Cole Mercantile Alliance. Thank you. We've come a long way since our Empire days.
How does a group of barbarians make it an
I
empire?
throw it out there.
Make it an empire.
I'm saying this out loud. I like throw a more.
I'm like musing out loud.
I like throw a more aggressive elbow into
What?
the
Ow,
stomach.
what?
Into the stomach to make you like.
Sneak attack damage. Ow!
Just like the knock the wind
No,
out of
Dave
somebody.
Fortan's not your enemy.
Oh, yeah, but I was surprised.
Oh, okay.
This is the knock the wind out of somebody elbow where it's
Yeah.
like shut up.
Incredible.
and I'll just be and as you're like, well, I'm like, don't be rude to Dave Fortan's guest.
I'm just.
Well, it's... I don't much have time to get into the
My
history
apologies. I'm not
of
a
our
history
of our
buff.
country. We have come a long way in our understanding of economics and interpersonal workings, and have found that we're far better off working together with our economy, and have found ways of leveraging our different assets for everyone to be made the better by it.
Good for you.
Thank you. I don't seem like I don't suppose he looks you up and down.
This should be interesting.
Alzo de Fortan, I would love to meet any of your other esteemed colleagues that might also be interested in some of the different offerings that I've brought. And he looks over at you, Jag, and I imagine you're a little more cleaned up.
I am yeah. I wear nicer clothes. I don't get hit because I'm stylish.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, this armor's about to go. So like,
It's
I'm
not. I don't wear armor because I don't like people touching me. So.
As I said, Lucerne Cregnus Abernol, and you are.
Last name. The name's Jagger Arno.
Jagger Arnaud, and he sort of looks over at De Fortan, and De Fortan sort of like clenches his face a little bit. Yeah, it's probably better to call him Jagger. Lucerne Cregnus Abernol. Lucerne Cregnus Abernol sort of nods and says, well, if you would be interested in gaining a second name, I have some interesting opportunities with some land offerings down in the Tabernacle Mercantile Alliance.
Well, I have some things to attend to today. That's more names.
Well, yes, of course.
What is? I shoot a side glance over to De Fortan, just trying to gauge if he's don't keep talking about this, or if he's
he's just like, oh, I'll tell you. He means more money.
Gotcha. Well, I'll consider. I've got a few things to attend to still. I need to catch up with the mayor on the business we were attending to with Mr. De Fortan here. But I am flattered by the proposition.
Of course. Like I said, we found that there are ways of leveraging our assets so that we are all more capable. But thank you, Jagger. Thank you, Elzo De Fortan. I will see myself back to the lounge. He just nods at you and walks away.
I deserve that.
I love that. I'll pat Drent on the shoulder and be like,
I just go.
very nice, very nice. Well, sorry.
It's all right. I'm still sort of getting to know the Tabernacle myself. I don't quite know exactly how all their stuff's working, but
I think
it seems like a lot of money to be had down there.
I think you are you are definitely more of an expert in navigating that and understanding what that opportunity looks like than I am. So I will leave that to you to explain in layman's terms, perhaps later.
I'll have to hear it myself first, but yeah, absolutely. I'll let you know what I find out.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to go fill in the mayor. I assume that she's aware, at least to some extent, what happened. I don't know if I want to push him for money right now.
I was thinking the same thing, but we have.
No, I'm not gonna push him for money. You literally, for sure, not stole his coin. Now that's in the back of my mind.
I didn't steal it.
It's not getting back to him.
That's not necessarily true.
That's
Most likely true.
It's likely the case.
All the more reason to convince him now. Because
convince him what?
to try and get payment now, because we'll never get it if we don't.
I don't know that.
Well, yes.
Well,
We came here.
as you go to leave, he says, and of course I'll make sure to get you your payment once I make sure that my items are safe and sound.
What was the? Did we decide out what the total for that was?
No.
I believe it was 50 coins. Once again, what I got you for the first round.
Sounds excellent to me. I mean, at the time, I believe you just said there's more where that came from, so I didn't really know what that looked like. So
I owe a leather worker a sort of debt now, so.
oh, It was overcharged?
Commission. Yeah, I owe 35 gold still. Because I upgraded stud leather armor.
Okay.
I got you.
Jordan said he got me.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't even have to put down a deposit. The nice thing about it was, so far you have
No.
given the leather worker very expensive leather.
True.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
So if you can't pay,
he just has.
he just
leather.
has nice leather armor.
Well,
now.
that's not fair either. I want that leather back then.
It's my leather, and I need
And
it
if
now.
it happens to be in the form of armor, I want that.
Right. It's tough to tell whose armor it is at that point.
Right,
Whose leather
right.
it is. Right?
I mean, you know, that armor is a bargain at 85 gold.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright. We leave.
Cool. All right, so you guys head back to the sheriff.
Sure.
Where do you go?
I asked questions on the way back about why'd you elbow me?
I asked a question.
I was just trying to get information. Also,
And I'll say, alright, how about this? Drent.
I don't want to have to roleplay the erase this more.
First time. no. First time I walk in, doesn't have to be me. Someone walks into the room and they meet you or something. They see you there or something, right? And they're like, "What's that lard doing over there?"
Well, they from the wait. Oh, me.
Yes, you.
Stefan got that right away, but
I know.
well, I mean that's not nice, but
Oh, yeah,
it's not inaccurate either.
Why do you?
Giving.
Besides the point.
I didn't call him a lard.
No, but you called him a barbarian.
No, not him. Just the people where he's from.
Oh, alright.
Just his mom. That's
Alright.
Just his mom, all his family, and all his friends.
Let's say
He's probably an exception.
Clearly, he was wearing
let's
nice
say-
shit.
Let's say
She's
I
an
bring
exception.
you. Let's say I bring you to Bantour, and we're sitting somewhere, and people walk in and they say, "Oh, is that your pet or something about you?" I hear that people from Corette are very subservient.
Is that a rumor?
I don't know.
Well, why would they say that?
Exactly. What is that's nothing you've never heard, but that's what people in Bantour think about you.
I mean, that's dumb. Why would they say that?
Now you see what you sounded like to this guy.
Well, what are the people there like? What are the people in the Empire like?
I don't know.
Well, how can you tell me I'm wrong?
Why would you say something that you don't know is right?
We do that all the time.
Insulting somebody?
No, presuming what we know based on pieces of information.
Usually
not
we
about
don't.
Dungeons and
Usually we don't use them.
People have said there's like an ocean to the north. I mean, I've never seen it.
Ice
How
wall.
could that ever insult somebody?
I don't know.
What are you gonna be like?
Ice
Oh
wall.
yeah, there's an ocean.
Calling people what they are apparently is insulting. So
What about him was barbaric?
no, again, he was the exception. Wow, this is interesting. The convoluted logic.
Honestly,
going to
I
stress
really,
it forever.
I appreciate it. You can take DM inspiration
It's
for
good.
that.
It's good.
We're,
Quality.
we're late, but you can keep it for next time because that is beautiful.
That's quality. That's
I'm
quality.
trying to reward the like genuine attempts at roleplay,
Yes.
and you're trying to just be like, why is this guy racist?
Why is this bad?
Insensitive,
I love it.
degenerate.
Yeah. This is what he is.
What I
Yeah.
think.
They all smell like that.
Yeah.
This is
I'm
the
just
environment I was raised in. I'm sorry.
Completely missing the point.
Yeah.
Just like
They're barbarians.
Have you heard of science?
they said, everyone correct was subservient. Like, well, that's just not true. That's the point.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Can't see it. Just can't see anything from someone else's perspective. You know, that's
Sure.
that's a skill that needs developed.
Right.
It's fine.
I don't know what your empathy check looks like.
I feel like it's tied to charisma.
Probably
That will be tied to elbows from Jag.
Knowing, yes, well.
a reverse Skinner box.
Empathy. Okay, that's the empathy elbow. All right.
I see.
All right. So you guys make your way to Glessig.
Sure.
What were you trying to do?
I don't know.
Take the clock.
Great.
He's trying to take the clock. I guess I don't know why we would go to Glessig. I guess we go to the mayor.
I'll just hang around then. I would also mention that if we needed to, that plan you mentioned earlier about repossessing the items. If he's showing us friend around town, that might give us a nice window to.
But he'd have to take them home first.
Well, yeah, but get to
And
then we get hired
to
find the thieves. we break what's his face out of jail.
We just
frame
run.
him.
We just run it back, cycle it back.
Yeah. Someone's
Eventually, you'll level up.
But we still won't have the coin because he'll want it back.
Guys,
Well, we
it's their
just-
money.
we
Just
just won't
keep
find
getting
it
paid
that
to
time.
find the same coin.
All right. So
crazy.
what you're saying is, we figure out what kind of metal this coin is made of. We make a mold of this coin. We make a copy of the coin.
It's not.
Then we give him the fake.
Yes.
I don't know how to do any of those things.
If only you knew someone who could make a mold and forge materials out of metal in a highly craftable way.
Don't know anyone.
Nope. Canilla can probably do it.
Yeah.
We gotta break her out.
We can at least make. We saw that mold that made the key. We just used the same thing for the coin. At least we have we can show that and know what it looks like. What?
Jordan, you get to Glessig.
Little do we
Yeah.
know.
You walk in. She's there, and actually Tully's there, too. They're eating lunch.
Hey guys.
Bean
hey.
there and there.
Is the clock?
Hey, do you want some food? We have extra.
I'm good. I'm still actually yeah. No, it smells incredible.
She just serves you a plate.
Absolutely. I was looking through some notes. Is it okay if I go take a look at some of the stuff back there? The clock, there's just some puzzles I can't.
Go ahead and roll
remember.
deception.
Yeah, that's look.
Well, this seems like
This is all-
persuasion because he wants to look at the. Was he deceiving?
Because he's clearly wanting them to believe that he wants to take a look when he's wanting to
Take it apart.
potentially take something from it.
I am gonna use the coin because that's a 6.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use the coin.
Is it worse?
12.
I mean, you walked in with the weakest introduction I've ever heard.
I took food from them. I didn't say no.
I would have. There's a world where I would have let him roll it as persuasion,
You were
but
so
his whole
sketchy.
vibe was
Yeah.
deception.
Everything. If you didn't speak so sketchy.
Look. There's a coin.
I bet you just be like,
And a ring.
I love how this is exactly why he was not brought to Dave Fortan's. He walks in, the first thing he does is he's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. Is there, can I look at the clock?
Tully
Is it
kind of
okay?
gets up and puts her hand on your shoulder. What's the matter? Why don't you sit down? You look a little frazzled.
Yeah.
There, Jordan.
I've never had an explosion happen that close, and I'm just a little rocked. I'm trying to figure out what happened to Canilla, because she again, she was just real messed up,
Yeah.
and
Why do you need? Where's the clock fit into all this?
just seemed like it. I don't know. I didn't get to look at it. Jag was being real selfish with it, so I just kind of wanted to see if there's anything written on it. Maybe some clues. Her family made it, and she clearly wanted it for some reason.
Let me go bring it out. Maybe we can look at it out here. Let's finish our lunch.
Yep.
And then we can look at it out here together. And
That's-
Glessig's like, that sounds fine to me. I don't know what you're trying to get at, but
I just,
Out here.
it should be out here, I think. Whatever it is.
that's what I was hoping would happen. I agree.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys sit and finish your
How
lunch.
Crazy walks in. It's like, let me see your clock.
I want to go look at the clock. I'm going to be in the room. Don't look back there.
Yeah.
If everyone just close their eyes, that would be great.
As she's bringing it out, I would like to use the ring to knock it out of her hand.
Okay.
Subtly.
Well, I mean, no one's gonna be like, he did that.
Right.
Well, I mean, they will. But I guess they were both there. They saw what happened.
Yeah, so as she's walking out, it sort of falls out of her hand and hits the ground and sort of clatters. And Glessig, like, looks just kind of flabbergasted and is like, "What? Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry. I must just be exhausted still from the fight and everything."
That's right. Yeah, let me see if it's broken. I can take a look.
Yeah, sure. She just looks like really confused, isn't quite sure what was going on. Go ahead and make an investigation check. 19. Yeah, so taking a look, especially now knowing what you're looking for, you notice that the lens on the front face of the clock doesn't quite fit in there the way the lens normally would. It actually seems to sink back into the frame a little bit, and around the edges, when you look real close, there's some etchings of old, almost looks like some kind of runes around the face of the lens.
Does it look like it's the same size as the coin?
No.
Okay. Is it broken?
No.
Okay.
Jordan in the 3 2-1 slot speedrun.
Huh?
Yeah.
Jordan in the 3 2-1 slot Mihraen speedrun.
Dang it. I know what I want to do, but I don't know if it's what I would actually do here.
Sounds like it's what you would do.
It's what I would do. Yeah, I think there's something wrong with it. You know, Common has some tools. I can take a look at it back in the shop if you just want me to take it back there.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Gosh.
You should just be happy to make you do it at disadvantage.
11.
I mean, that was a reasonable, that at least was a reasonable thing. 11.
Yeah.
Use the coin.
She
I already used it.
looks at it and
I
says,
didn't bind it to my flesh
Bind
yet,
it,
so I can't.
bind it to your soul
Can
right
I-
now. Use it again.
Can I?
So you can't use it twice on bind. You get to use it for more things on bind,
Got it.
I believe.
Yep.
More things.
Yep. No.
Oh.
Bind is twice. Attached is more things.
Oh, bind is twice?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was going back and forth on what exactly would do.
It's all good.
How could
This
you
is
do it?
this is your if
You can bind it.
no, it's fine.
Pray
It's
to the
fine.
coin.
It's fine. No, it's good. It's good. Yeah. Okay. How does she respond to that one?
She, as you, after you say it, she looks at it and says, I don't know. I think I don't really want Dave Fortan to come looking for his clock and not be able to find it. I think even with the scuffs, I mean, it looks like it's still in pretty good shape. And she looks it over a little bit. And nothing appears to be just.
Yeah. No,
Loose.
and I'll just kind of. Oh, you know what? No, it's just the dust. There's not. I thought it was. Just kind of buff it out a little bit.
Tully's like, all right, Jordan. Maybe we should just leave the clock alone right now.
Probably. Yeah. No, I think you're. It doesn't look like there's anything.
As you, I should have mentioned, as you touch the lens,
Yep.
she sort of pulls you away, and at the end, you've touched the lens.
Yep.
You get a sense that there is
Oh,
something
dang.
there.
Gosh,
But you
I
can't,
attach it to my.
you
We
can't
gotta
quite tell what.
Yeah, we gotta steal this clock, guys. Okay. Oh. Dang it. Alright. I will eat lunch.
And stare at the clock longingly.
Yeah, exactly. Did they put it back in the room or is it still there?
They would dust it off, look it over, and put it back in the room.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh no, the dust was required for it to work. Now we have to repair it.
Okay.
You two are... Jag, you were heading to the mayor. Is that what you said, or...
That is what he said.
Is there anything you wanted to talk with
Change
the
your mind,
mayor
that's what
about
you said.
specifically, or just sort of report in?
Yeah, no, actually, I'll report in, but then there was one thing I would want to bring up to her.
Okay.
So,
Let
yeah.
me see here. One sec.
I thought I was gonna get it the second time. I had a plan.
Jordan, you want a race
What's the race?
with our legs?
First to get arrested?
No, with our legs.
Our legs? I mean, sure.
Nani?
Where are we racing?
All right. Yeah, so you go and get to the mayor. The man at the desk sort of waves you in and says, "Yeah, you can go ahead. Mayor's been excited to get to talk to you again, Jag."
Me too. Been too exciting lately.
So as you walk in to the mayor's office, it is similar to what you've usually seen. Just a very well kept, organized, and really clean space. Just well lit and well appointed. The mayor sitting behind her desk, sort of takes the papers that she's looking at and just sort of throws them in a drawer as you walk in and says, "Jag, yeah, please come in."
How are things going?
Well, they've been better. Seems like the only good news we've had is haven't had a monster attack in the last few days. Nothing's coming at the walls again, but I don't know for how long. But not a fan of explosions happening inside the walls. Not a fan of that. I talked to Glessick. I got the gist of what happened, but I don't know. We're usually this time of year is made for people enjoying themselves. We're supposed to be looking to prepare for a festival soon, and this kind of thing has gotten people worried.
Well, I wish that I could quell that anxiety, but having gone into a basement and having a girl that I thought was wheelchair bound start floating in midair, make an explosion, fire off in the basement, shoot electricity out of a device, and did I mention fly? Yeah, seems like pretty founded concern.
The sheriff's mentioned some of that to me.
Probably sounded crazy the first time you heard it.
Well, it did. And totally confirmed it. And really, when an explosion happens in the basement of some of the quietest and most wealthy folks in the city, start wondering about what might be possible. Really, Jag, I think it's best though is that we keep all this quiet. We don't need this sort of thing getting people worried until, especially when we don't have any kind of explanation. We don't know. The sheriff didn't seem certain if the Bancour girl might have had some kind of gadget she rigged up to do all this, or what it might have been.
Well, I'm positive now. No one died.
Except for the dog.
True.
Except a dog died, I guess. But let's be honest. If there's an explosion and everything else that transpired, and the casualty was a single dog, I think we'll take
With the
that.
amount of damage that I saw, the fact that no one died, I assume that you are to thank for keeping everyone alive. And I appreciate it.
I have to give Tully some credit. She was a champ, to say the least.
That's good. Glad I sent her over to y'all.
Now, even though this is a bit of a conflict of interest, but my interest is more in the town than it is the money that Day Fortin has offered. So, I don't think, because of the things that we saw happen, I think it might be wise to temporarily confiscate a few of Day Fortin's, specifically the 2 items that he had left that he wanted. We should probably confiscate them to investigate them more, because, well, one was grafted into Bancor girl's skin, and the other one, she wanted it for a reason. I saw what she did with the other things. I know that, I don't know Day Fortin to be at all nefarious or anything like that, but I don't know that we want that going around, especially with his, at least not until he's had some sort of security improvements for his mansion.
Go ahead and make a perception check at advantage.
Perception?
Or sorry, persuasion.
Okay.
Get it.
I just didn't know if there was like
Yeah.
if there was
Yeah.
like a social cue that was missing. Oh, cool.
Get it.
24.
I see what you mean. Not excited to tell Day Fortin that he can't have his stuff back yet, but I think he was most concerned with making sure that no one was about to go take anything else. I think if we need to keep it confiscated and tell him it's for the safety of the town, he'll be understanding, and if not, we'll make him understand.
And of course, like with the intention of he'll get it back once we're sure. Like what? I don't even know what happened in that basement, and I would prefer that we know what we're like. What I don't, you don't hand a bomb to a child if you don't even know what it. I mean, you wouldn't do it anyway, but like if you didn't know what he was doing, if you didn't
You don't
know
hand a bomb to a child unless you know it's a bomb,
Right.
you know?
you really hate that child, and you intend to run really fast the other way. No,
Some jag logic right
Yeah.
there.
Absolutely.
you do it. Yeah, you just
You
don't
probably wouldn't hit him.
you don't put something out there that you don't even know what it's doing. And after what I saw, it makes me a bit anxious.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's not nothing necessary that Day Fortin has. It's the clock and his coin, and I know those are important to him, but he can spend a little more time without them. I would appreciate that you keep that investigation as brief as you can, but take a look at it. Feel free to get help from whoever else in town and take whatever resources you need to figure this out. But I would love to have some kind of explanation, especially as the Search Art out of Bantor are going to have some questions for me.
Lovely. That'll be a headache. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yep. Well, so far they haven't found out just how bad things got down here. But once they find out that there was a bomb set off in the basement of anyone in our town, they're gonna be upset.
Who's this? Not there.
The Certiart,
It's like the
the
secret
ruling body.
Oh.
It's just the
Yeah, there's
ruling
no secret,
council
There's no
of
secret about them.
it's
They are
like
people
the
in charge.
parliament.
Yep.
It'd be like calling parliament the secret police.
Yeah, the KGB.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
The KG Parliament.
Yeah,
So-
the Certiart, the KGB.
The KG.
I'll try and
KG
keep it.
Parliament.
I'll keep it. You know, I'm not gonna spread that information. I'll let Glessig know so that she can pass it on to Dave Lieutenant. And maybe we'll bring it. Maybe we'll bring it to Common. He might
Sure.
have an idea of some of this.
I imagine if Jordan knows, Common's gonna know sooner rather than later. Jordan doesn't seem the one to keep much to himself.
I mean, one time it was intentional, but honestly, he's not very good. If anybody presses him,
That
on
doesn't
something-
explain nearly as many times as.
Yeah, no, there's actually no reason for me to try and defend. I feel the same way. He's not here right now. There's nothing to save face. I feel very similarly. That impression is what I've gotten. So.
And another no.
And while we're on the matter,
And while we're at it, screw that guy. Always following us.
Also, his breath smells bad.
Eats half my baguette. Doesn't say
Every day.
thank you.
Oh, that's true. I have not said thank you yet.
Yeah, that tracks with what I know of Jordan is
Yeah,
to
right?
receive free food and not say thank you
Never.
for it.
Right?
Not
Not
once.
once.
never has. Yeah.
Not a single time.
But yeah, all right. I'll pass that on to Glessig, especially the part about Jordan. And we'll try.
I'm eating food that I also didn't say thank you for with blessing right now.
I think you might have said thanks.
Nah.
I don't know.
I was really
It's a
focused
50.
on that clock.
And we'll try and keep it quick, at least as quick as we can, with something that we don't understand whatsoever. I'll give you at least the update so that you can tell something to the Certiart when you hear from them.
I appreciate it. And I'll check back in with you if they start asking more questions and I need more answers for them.
Lovely. Let's hope that doesn't. I don't want to deal with them. You don't want to deal with them. I don't want to deal with them secondhand.
All right.
KG police.
Nope.
You get to it. Thank you, Jack.
As always, I'll keep you posted. And I'll head to Glessig's.
I'm waiting outside for him to come out.
Cool. So you head over to Glessig's as the evening fast approaches. It starts getting dark. As you have been, as you head over to Glessig's, you see on the streets similar things that you've seen over the past few days. You see people going back and forth, running their errands from stone house to low stone house. You see craftsmen hawking their wares, and you see, on occasion, you see a friendly, helpful face in a pink and yellow robe going from.
Did any of them step up to us at any point, talk to us?
You've been rushing around enough that they wouldn't have really.
Not on the way between either.
Actually, right before you get to Glessig's, you see a young boy and an older man walk up to you
And they could be dressed.
in yellow and pink robes.
Perfect. I was ready for this.
Yep.
So I'm walking with Dren. A little bit of a pip in my step. and actually in a decent mood. I usually probably have a very just not resting angry face, but like a very
Don't bother me.
sharp
face.
I'm busy gaze.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more pleased, and we're walking at I'm not making you have to walk at an uncomfortable pace, type of we're going from place to place, and you're like, geez, does this guy ever
Slow down.
slow down a little bit? I'm just walking arms are in the sleeves type of walk, and all right, I'm just painting a picture for this.
Yeah.
And he's
Okay.
come up to us.
Sorry, I thought you were getting to and then you do.
I thought you were,
I'm waiting for them to get up to us.
Gotcha. Sorry, I'm trying to. A young man and an older gentleman in robes walk up to you, and the younger man says, "See, friend Kunfen, these are them, Jag, Drent,
The drops immediately, just daggers.
And you look over, and in the robe, you see Gerard. The
guy we
the
saved.
boy that you saved from the Veritlock.
His name's Racing.
Now my response has totally changed. I was totally about to blow these people off completely.
Still do it.
Oh, Master Kunfen, I'm sorry, friend Kunfen. These are the gentlemen that saved me the other day. Before, when I was trying to make it on my own. Before I found such friendship with the hearers.
What's the kid's name again?
Gerard.
Gerard, look, I like it.
I just wanted to say thank you and ask, is there anything that you need? We're always happy to help out and just spend time with anyone. Is there anything that you all need help with? Maybe you want to go play games? We love playing games.
I mean, I'm 35 gold and dead.
Oh, I don't have much money on me myself, and the older man with him also sort of. He's the older man with him just smiles and says, "We don't have much to our don't have much possessions like that."
Well, maybe you can have something unfortunate befall the guy I owe money to.
Unfortunate, like losing a game.
Yeah. I didn't think that would work. But I was looking at you, just but I thought it'd be funny. I'm good. Jack, I don't know about you.
I don't know if you.
How did you two even meet? How did this happen all of a sudden? How are you friends? It's been like a day.
It's been probably 3 days, to be fair.
I've had a very long day. It all kind of just jumbles together.
It's been what 2 days since I've joined the Hearers, Master Kunfen. Well, I mean, like I mentioned, I just was having a tough time making it on my own, and the Hearers, they're friendly and they've been really helpful. And just great to spend time with. We play lots of games and spend time together and just.
All right. They feeding you?
Yeah, we have.
You have a place to sleep?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are they
They're
just-
taking great care of me.
You're not staying at the neighborhood that you were at, going between people.
No, and things over there, even looking up, a lot of the hearers are helping out, and just everyone's having a great time.
Are they drugging you?
I don't. I don't think so, Matt. Friend Kunfen, we don't need any other substances.
Just all
Hey,
fun.
Just lots of fun.
And I'll tell him, hey, turn and look that way. I want to see with the ear that's usually cut off to see if it's there.
So the older guy is mostly bald, and
Yeah.
you can see is missing his left ear. Gerard has both ears still.
So, I point to Gerard, and I'm talking to the old guy. So, like, if he loses too many games, you just, like...
Oh my
that,
ear.
Does that mean that you've won a lot of games? Because I've seen that with a lot of...
Oh no, we don't. You don't really have to. You don't lose anything if you lose the games. It's just for fun.
Oh. So, like, if you get hungry because you guys...
The ear, it's to help you. Well, it's to help you hear better.
Yeah, usually you have them for that.
Yeah, but
So
you know,
you
in
need
some
to hear
ways,
that.
it's easier to hear if you don't have them.
No. That's,
Yeah, you can.
no. That's not true. This is simply a matter of if I take one of your eyeballs out.
Come to the. You can come down to the gathering we have south part of town. And
Why don't
if you want to learn more,
I do you not know enough to explain it to me here?
well, I do, but I'm not always the best. So it
Is it because you didn't listen very
when
well? 'Cause
as
I've
you
only
spend
got
as you
one
spend
or 2
more,
years.
just when you get to be playing some games and spending some time with the heroes, you just there's
Get the ear.
Take his other ear.
Yeah. What's he using it for?
Yeah, I was about to ask him actually.
Make
Why
sure.
do you need the other one?
That's what I'm saying.
the you start hearing from the loved one. Well, the more you hear from the loved one, the nicer it makes you feel. And sometimes having less ears makes it easier.
So why do you need the one?
Well, so far I only needed to lose one.
What do you do with the ears after you cut it off?
Cook them into a stew. Nah, I'm just kidding.
I don't believe you.
That sounds more likely actually.
Yeah, I would buy that.
Insight.
How would we? I mean, there's not a whole lot of meat on ears anyway.
Oh. Seems like something you'd be an expert on.
Yeah,
Given that you eat them.
you've tried them, I assume. Then
So, I assume then you intend for Gerard to cut off his ear at some point.
Well, we'll see.
Well, everybody
Only
else.
the kindest really makes that kind of decision.
Oh, so you don't decide it for yourself. Somebody else decides that you should cut your ear off.
Well, kindest asks if that's what we want, and if we want to, then we go through with it.
Is that in like a one-on-one conversation, or is that when everybody's around? Does kindness ask if you want your ear cut off?
Well, when he asked me, there's a couple of my friends around.
Oh, so did they already have their ears chopped off?
Most of them did, yeah.
Oh. So, one might consider that you are the only one different in the room being asked. Does Kindest have either of his ears cut off?
but there's always an exception.
Kindness doesn't have either of his ears.
Checks out.
How old is Gerard?
Yikes.
Like 14, 15, something like that?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
She's like 4.
Still a he. Everyone's a
I
she.
think that was the joke.
She's like 6.
Just you stay away from our young ones, all right? Just you can do what he can make his own decisions, but just whatever this is,
We're just looking for
I
friends.
don't give a shit what this
As far as being different, I mean, we're all different. That's all right. You can be different. You can have both ears. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just.
And yet,
Yeah, I like the people I know to keep both their ears.
and yet, none of these seasoned members seem to have both ears. It's very odd to say that you can keep both ears, but everybody who's been around for a bit seems to not. It's strange.
What can I say? We all come around to the same realization eventually.
Yeah, so. Yes. Everybody's different and comes to the same realization.
You better. I find you've been working your magic, and I'll point between him and Gerard to the wrong people. We're gonna have problems. I'm like shoulder my gun, a little suggestively.
Gerard, your friends don't seem particularly friendly. Gerard just sort of like smiles and says, they're just real tough, Kunfen. That's how they were able to save me. I'm sure they'll come around and maybe once they meet Kindness, they'll be able to hear from the loved one. It might work out yet.
Should hold your breath on that one. Great. I was hoping that would happen. And I leave. Keep holding.
Kunven and Gerard are both holding their breath for a while, and finally, Gerard like, and Kunven just goes, "Ha! I told you I'd win." And with that, you guys will head into Glessig's office, and we'll end it there.
I figured out if you ever want them to stop talking, tell them to hold their breath, and you walk away when they can't talk.
That's a good idea.
Magic clock, guys.
Huh.
Magic clock. I knew it. Magic is real. I'm not crazy.
Allegedly.
Well, about the clock, you're not, I guess.
You can be right and be crazy.
Yeah.
No, not in this case. Okay, I did just put that on.
Yeah.
Next time, we're getting the clock.
There's a
Thanks,
lot to
everybody,
go
for
through
hanging
still.
out.
Whew.
Yeah.
The Alstrument, yeah. We got the Storm. We got the Sword. We got like 6 other books, which are all also probably true. Probably.
We got the Allstrummer.
Allstromen.
It's like all
Yeah.
6 strings at the same time.
Yeah.
Allstromen.
At the beginning of this, I was like, pretty sure given an unlimited amount of time, I would still feel a little underprepared. And it,
What?
ended up. It's just like you saw. It's a lot of information that I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
I don't think I missed anything
Didn't feel
too
like it.
big.
I felt complete.
I don't feel like I'm missing.
I also
Yeah.
felt like you only read one time, which is pretty indicative of you didn't have to.
I didn't read at all.
No, I meant looked at something. one
Oh,
time
yeah,
Before
yeah.
Gerard, that was the only part that I remember you even looking. So.
I will say the
I think
one
you're pretty proud.
one of the things I'll fill you guys in on that you missed. It was a subtle little thing that you could have noticed earlier. Do you remember the scene where you watched the Kindest leaving the city?
Mm-hmm.
You heard 2 cultists talking. The one telling the other one that it would be okay. He'll come back soon. He said, "Don't worry, Gerard. It'll be okay. He'll be back soon."
I have it written. It's on the.
I had a really tough time in that moment when I said it and no one registered, just not cracking up.
Just nobody committed the name.
I was
Like,
impressed that when you
obviously.
said his name, that I'm like, is that the kid we saved? Like, I can't think of who else it would be.
Yeah.
The butler.
It was the butler.
Butler still did it.
Yep. Thank you,
Croman
Caleb.
Butler.
Croman Butler.
CV.
The plot thickens.
Different than common engineer.
I
Also,
feel like every session, and maybe this is by design.
Clock.
Every session, every time we try and get more answers, we just get more questions.
Good.
but are we gonna deal with the cultists? Isn't your sister in them? No, cousin.
Cousin.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. It's,
I'm supposed to go
it's a
talk
whole lot
to
of
her.
not my problem until it's a problem.
I'm really curious how the magic. Oh my gosh, I want to know what happens next.
I wonder if all magic items are like this. I mean, the ring doesn't do that, right?
Doesn't do what?
Doesn't make you get
No,
attached
it
to it. The ring and the
It
coin
doesn't have a
head.
bound though.
I'm attached
At
to
least
both.
At the
Yeah,
moment.
the ring is.
You're not attached. I didn't anticipate you. You said that you were going to be attached to the ring, but I wanted to make sure that you knew that after you got attached to the coin, you didn't have to become attached to the ring to know what it did. Once you touched it, you
I
could sense that burst ability without becoming attached.
got it. I would have become attached to it.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. All right.
We're leaping.
Yeah, so in that case, you actually feel similarly to how the coin, when you become attached to the ring, you feel a sense of sort of just unabashed adventure. Like you just kind of want to try things and go
Knock clocks.
explore and engage your curiosity in a lot of ways.
I love it.
Any other one is just like confidence, and you can do no like. Is it the
Yeah, it's like the
Great,
the-
those are
what's
good
the, what's the
recommendations.
gold drop from Harry Potter? The
Oh yeah, Felix
luck?
Felicis.
Yes, that's exactly. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
we're good.
what did you call it? The gold?
The gold
Gold
liquid
potion. Liquid luck. Yeah, yeah.
Was it? I thought it was rainbowy.
Luck. It was gold.
Cool.
This was.
The Harry Potter lore.
I'm very there. I got some questions. It's gonna be fun
Fun.
though.
I'm excited. This was fun.
This was a
There's a lot of information that we got to go through.
Definitely. Oh, I gotta go to the dentist in the morning.
Alright,
Ooh, fun.
Molten gold.
we can cut here then.
All right.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks all.
We'll
Talk
catch
to you
you
later.
guys.
Bye, Carter.
Thanks for watching me be racist.